Nice.
Previously on Ballers and Bagpipes.
Alright,
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
up to everybody else.
Forest is on fire. We can't just hang out here right now.
Yeah, I don't. We should probably leave.
I mean, we could just hang out my hut and ride it out.
I'm not.
Man.
Is it fireproof though?
What you do see, huge, beautiful flowing rivers that actually glow slightly. Crystal clear. You can see straight to the bottom. There's a bunch of koi fish swimming in between these wooden bridges, which branch off into little islands.
Who's listening? What the? I'm gonna throw the morning star. There's a dragon here.
I remember we were thrown down here, and then we saw an orc lady. Now we wake up with an arm and a leg missing.
Looks like we got an unrepresentative of the orcs in general. All I know about ancient orcs is that as we get older, sometimes we get more horns. But I'm sorry, but I don't really know much.
So you guys get hornier when you get older?
Yeah.
Reddy and Stormy, if you guys can get out,
I don't have a leg.
Well, Reddy can pick you up anyways.
I don't have an arm.
Doesn't Reddy have like...
Hey everybody, this week is Camel Week. It's like Shark Week, but for camels. So make sure you give your nearest camel friend a nice big hug and a juicy cactus snack. I'm still really upset that I forgot to record last session. I guess we'll have Eragon summon 12 more camels and we'll all scream together like in camel sound. It's Ballers and Bagpipes.
Did Josie say withers in that?
I did, apparently. Listen,
That was my favorite part.
dude, do you have any, I had to force myself to do, the hard R in sharks, because, every time I did that, I said shock, which is really, really strange. I do occasionally mix up my R's and L's.
I didn't mean to pick at
No. It's probably
just...
it's probably just like a language hereditary thing, because
Asian thing.
Yeah. It's just weird because Chinese is not my first language, so I don't know why I do that. All right, I'm just pulling.
It was adorable.
Withers.
Josie and his withers.
Right. So, just to give you all a reminder. Also, where did I put this? There it is. Just to give you all a reminder of the setting, because I think you guys made perception checks, and it's been a week, so I don't blame you if you forgot. But a number of you noticed somebody or something watching you. Eragon and Eternal, you guys noticed that in the top right, where I'm pinging right now, there seems to be a deep chasm that potentially leads somewhere, although you don't know where. And everything else, everybody else has noticed you walk into this new area that has been previously secluded by this gate, which you've opened with those 4 orbs you've collected. And before you is just a whole lot of water. There's a little island on the opposite side. In front of you, there's a torii gate and another one on the far end, and it looks like as if there should be a bridge in between them, but you don't see a visible bridge. The water, at least at this immediate area, is shallow water, at least. It doesn't seem that deep, but the drop is about 40 feet. And there's a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of glowing crystals just sort of dotting the landscape. You hear these sounds of 2 waterfalls as they sort of rush into this lowered water area. And with that, I need to go make sure I have all my notes for this. But the session is back in your hands.
You pinged up here, correct? Where I'm pinging?
Yes.
Okay. So just initially going through here, we see this Torii gate here. Torii? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Torii. Well, I don't actually know if that's the right way to say it. I think that's the right way to say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we notice? Do we notice any monsters or anything watching us with your perception check?
A number of you made a perception check. I forgot who.
We felt like we were being
said
watched, but that was the extent of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stealth.
Can I throw a rock past the Torii gate into the chasm?
Well, that's better than what my idea was.
I kind of want to know what your idea was now.
I was gonna try and put my hand through it and like see if I can see my hand poking out the other side. But I like the rock idea either.
No, go for it. You pick up a rock and you chuck it as it goes through the Torii gate, and you watch it sort of land with a little into the water below.
Ah, rip.
Looks like it's safe to cross.
Yeah.
I think we should just go for it.
Hey, Odin, toss me.
Can I assist with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I'll grab an arm and a leg, and you grab an arm and a leg, and we'll.
Okay. So
Why can't you guys just like walk through the Torii gate?
Wait, we have a portal gun though.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, I thought you said you
Maybe we should just use that.
He threw the rock through it and went down in the water like right here, didn't it? It didn't.
Yeah,
go
it just went down into the water.
Yeah, so we can't just walk through it. It's not like working.
I know my physics.
You gotta find the on switch. Can I search the Torii gate for the on switch?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Oh yeah, Wheelie's poisoned. I forgot about that, which means you have disadvantage on all your checks and all attacks.
Oh yeah, that's right. I tried to cure him, but it didn't work.
Didn't we take a long rest though? And oh wait, no, we didn't get the long rest.
No, that was after a long rest when I decided to activate all the traps because
yes,
I wanted to be stupid. Is there anything here though?
I clicked perception like twice. I'm waiting for it to go through, and it's definitely just not.
Third time's a charm.
Or it's gonna send a bunch.
So I'm gonna start making my way back to the group because I'm really far off. I'm gonna go one square at a time. If I fall into a trap, let me know.
Will do. I'm gonna. Okay, well I just rolled perception for you.
Thank you.
Which is weird. I don't know why it's not working on your end.
I don't know.
Yeah, Pog, you're not running into any traps, but you did just run through a wall, which is kind of scary.
Oh, what?
Like the Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, you just busted through a wall and was like,
Alright, I'm gonna roll
here I
strength.
am.
As you do.
Is there anything here?
There we fucking go.
It's 0?
Nailed
Oh.
it.
Wait, I rolled 4 times. No, take the first one.
I like the third one where your pants fall down as you
my
try to
pants
break
are
through
dropped
the
again.
wall.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, your pants fall down, unfortunately. You
Alright,
tried
I'm
to
gonna-
break through the same wall twice, and
I'm
your
gonna try it.
magnificent package is available for all to see.
Alright,
You're
I'm
standing
gonna-
over Sebastian, and he tries nipping at it.
How much damage do I take?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I reloaded everything and now I was just testing it and it works fine now.
Okay.
Is there anything from where like Wheelie is? Or
It seems to be just sort of a small alcove. There is a table that has been set with a candle. There's little pillows where you could sit. A bunch of bookshelves on the wall.
it's like steel.
I am going to
Steal anything.
I'm gonna walk through the gate and walk across the other side.
The candelabra is steel, if you want to take that, I guess.
Steel.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. Ganondorf, you take a step over this cliff, And I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
Oof.
You start falling immediately, and you try to turn around and catch the cliff's edge, but you were just a little too late as you start falling backwards. And you are falling 40 feet, so go ahead and make one more dexterity save.
Can I reach up and try and save him?
I think it's a little late for that, because it's,
Alright, bye.
It's sailed. It has sailed. 14. Okay, unfortunately that is not enough, and you fall 40 feet into the shallow water.
Is there rocks down there, or is it just... The fuck?
It's
4d6?
It's hard ground. Yep, it's 1d6 for every 10 feet.
God.
You take 15 bludgeoning as you land hard into the water.
What is that, 49? Yes, okay. So now I'm down in the water, though, right?
First.
You are now at the bottom, yes. You have fallen down and made a splash.
I guess that's...
Let me know when my pants are back up.
Daddy, no, I know.
You can just pull your pants up. You don't have to wait for anything.
Wait, how long does it take? I figured by the time he's rolling perception, okay, I guess they're up now.
I thought there was a bridge here.
Can Ganondorf swim?
It's shallow water.
I can stand up.
Oh, okay.
I guess,
Wheelie, can you use your portal gun to get us across?
Is there a flat surface?
I just realized something. If Ganondorf can like walk in like water and he goes like up to his knees, for Koi it's an actual swimming pool.
Yeah.
Because she's like 3 feet tall, so she can swim in the bathtub for anything.
Are his shins 3 feet tall?
I think so. Yeah, gnomes are like 3, aren't they?
No, but those are
Yeah,
proportionally.
it says
Those
Yeah,
are
how
like
tall are you,
proportionally
Koi, for-
tall calves for a 7-foot tall man.
Yeah.
I'm 3'5".
Yep, there you go, 3'5".
Wheelie. So this level is sort of on the same plane as you are, but there are steps that lead upwards, and there's definitely sort of like flat walls you can try and shoot for.
Okay, well, since I also say I'm stealth, I guess I'm rolling normal for this.
I mean, I don't really think... Man, I need to rebalance that portal gun, I think. We'll do that after. This is going to be on me. I don't think you have to... Well, it makes a very loud sound. And I don't think there's a real way you can stealth roll your way out of that, because it's just going to make the sound.
Yeah, I'll just stealth again after I shoot it.
Okay.
Okay.
You didn't... Okay, well, you...
I'm gonna point it at, I guess, the furthest.
The furthest?
The furthest flat area on the ground.
Okay. Can you ping that? And just for future reference, tell me where you're aiming first before your roll. Because otherwise it's a little unfair that you can choose the outcome after you see your roll.
That's fair.
Go ahead and just ping me.
Then let's do it at, like, here. And
Okay,
I'll set it here, the portal.
Okay. Sure, sounds good. Alright, you break out your portal wand. And I'm just gonna say that for the rest of the day it's out of charges, because I'm starting to realize that this thing is a little bit powerful.
Rigged.
But
Oh.
it's fine. You got to use it a lot of times already. But you set this portal.
Okay, I'm gonna go and stealth back.
Can I attempt to climb back up the wall?
Yes, of course you may. That's just gonna be athletics.
Ooh.
Wait, how long is the rope?
There is no rope.
No. The hempen rope that I have.
Oh,
there's like a default size, right?
Yeah, I think the default is like 60 or something.
Dang, I'm throwing my rope down.
All right.
Well, I have a +9 to athletics.
Well,
I don't trust you.
No, you
Damn.
yeah, you clamber the 40 foot up easily, very easily actually.
Dang, I'm rolling up my rope again.
Okay, I gathered that rope back up. I'll help you. Thanks for nothing.
You're just standing there. You threw your 60-foot rope down as he was halfway up, and he's just like climbing up, and he looks at you as the rope falls down and continues climbing. And you're just standing there really sad, holding the other end of the rope.
Who's gonna be the first person to take this portal?
Me, I'll do it. I'm just gonna step through the portal.
Good luck.
All right, just going straight through it. Yep. Portal sound.
Shoot.
You pop out the other side. Isarya, go ahead and make another perception check for me, please.
Hi, baby.
Of course. I'm oblivious.
Yeah, it seems safe to you.
I'm just gonna crouch and kind of hide over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and step through it too.
Yeah, go for it.
Bloop. Bloop.
You
So
have
now, can
exited the portal.
I try to look and see what's there?
Yeah, absolutely. Perception check for you, sir.
All right, let's do this thing.
Seems
Man.
safe to you.
All right, is this a door?
That is a door that you are standing in front of, and in the I guess the portal sort of is on the door based on the positioning. But on the other side of the portal, you can see there's another one of those like weird sort of. The entire door is shrouded in this weird like purple pinkish barrier. There's a bunch of little like symbols that are scrolling upwards and downwards. And there's a big circular sort of rune right at the center of it.
Hey, sorry, did you have some baubles and stuff from before?
What?
Like the little like glowy thingies from the other room?
No, the
Oh,
orbs
Oh
are
yeah,
still on the
that's
pedestal.
how we
aren't
opened
they?
them.
Orbs?
Yeah. That's how we
You-
opened the gate.
Oh, okay, so you
They're
don't have them
still-
on you anymore.
Mm-mm.
No, they're still back in there. Well, I mean, if you scroll down, they're on this. Well, they would be right
Yeah. Okay.
But does the door close when we remove them? Probably, right?
here. Mm.
Could always summon my
mean-
dildo and explore.
Do you have line of sight through your spiritual weapon?
No, but I can ride my spiritual weapon.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I thought you were gonna like look through it, which I'm not sure how that works.
Look through the
Or
eye
with
of the
your
dildo.
dildo.
Yeah.
Urethra? Hello?
Actually,
It's
Elder Fog
basically
is
a
gonna-
telescope.
Elder Fog is gonna look at Eragon and he's gonna ask, "Hey, Eragon, do you want to do some reconnaissance on my fat flaming dildo?"
Freaking plants over there.
What?
Sure, I'll ride it.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna summon my fat dildo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna order my dildo to take Eragon wherever he is heart. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that.
Oh,
Like a broom.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be like, there you go, dildo. Explore.
Yes. Erect and flaming. You have this flying dildo for a minute.
There we go.
What is
Eragon,
that?
have fun.
I just get on it, or
Yep.
You just sort of saddle up on it. It's real weird to
Oh,
ride.
I'm so
'cause
dumb.
it's-
You could have just turned into a fucking bee and explored by yourself.
yeah,
You don't need
I was
to- you don't
thinking
need to fucking dildo.
This has
okay.
better
I mean, I
flavor.
can't really move the dildo, but
Yeah,
so the dildo can levitate, right? Like over
Yeah.
the like.
The
Okay.
power of our brain will be enough. Or danger, you can just drag it to wherever Eragon
Yeah, I'll drag it
goes.
wherever Eragon goes. It's a concentration spell, so at the very least, it's like real thing, right? Did Eragon see anything valuable while he was flying?
Oh, yeah.
Perception check.
Wait, with advantage. Come on, he's high up.
I don't.
Okay, never
No.
No. Okay.
Not with advantage.
Oh,
18. Okay, with an 18, you do notice there are some very large white scaly bodies.
Oh.
Where are they?
Where?
Yeah, this is kind of hard because only Eragon knows, but I'll just have to put my trust in, or I could
your
be a
eyes.
little.
I'll
Oh well, no, I can just send him a screenshot. It'll be a little bit. All right, where is your? I'm gonna slide it to your DMs.
While that's going on, can I step through the portal?
Absolutely.
While he's stepping through the portal, can I punch the door?
Yeah, go ahead, punch the door. Make a strength check.
I almost did a save again. That's
all right.
bad.
Yeah, you rear back your fist as you slam it into this barrier, and there's kind of like a crackling sound as your fist meets the barrier and not the door. And there's a little bit of a rebound, although you're not injured, but it's quite forceful.
Odin, you didn't tell us that you know how to lockpick.
That's so
I
good.
just learned how.
So good. Are we all coming over here then, or is
I
anyone
think it's a
staying back
vertical
there?
trampoline.
A vertical trampoline.
Wait, I thought all trampolines were vertical. What?
What? No,
It's not
what?
Google that shit.
Must be a Canadian thing.
That's Canadian trampoline. They're different than ours.
I would go through the portal.
Alright, you hop through the portal. You vomit as you come through. There's a lot of vertigo. Yeah, it's really disorienting.
I guess I'll walk through the portal.
Go for it. Yeah, you guys go ahead, walk through the portal, hop on out, step into Wheely's vomit pooling on the ground below.
Yikes.
Gross.
You going through the
Sorry.
portal?
Should someone stay behind just in case like something comes up and tries to smash these orbs, or?
Well, you. Aren't you? On the back?
Yeah, I'm hanging back. Eternal asked me if I was gonna go through the portal, and I said I think
Just
someone
leave
should
your
back
leave your
and
crab behind.
I'm gonna make a perception check.
Sebastian can stay behind, and I'll go through.
Yeah,
The portal.
Wheelie, before you... Oh, Sebastian's staying behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In case of emergency, you can like make bubbles, so we won't.
Yeah,
feel it.
no, that works for me.
Jump in the
Before
river.
you make a perception check, Wheelie, all of you hear the sound of screaming, and you turn to the entrance of this area, and you see right before your very eyes a not very large, definitely smaller than Kiavror, but you all see a white dragon come barging in, carrying something in its claws. And it is a female orc dressed in a sailor uniform who is currently lambasting, or attempting to, this dragon with magical spells. And so why don't we have everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
So,
Yeah, clear it
hold
out.
I
on.
think the previous one was saved. Okay.
So, Koi, do you want a fist bump to get the
Fist
ring for?
bump. Wait, did we already do it today? No, I don't remember.
No, we didn't. Let's fist bump.
Fist bump.
Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Just kidding. That was a joke. It was a bad joke.
It was pretty good. I giggled a little, but my max sensitivity is pretty high, so you didn't hear it. But I was giggling hard. It was really good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like, hee 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 hee.
Alright.
How'd that go again?
I'm not doing that again. That was a one-time thing.
Too late, as already recorded.
Yeah, well, we got for trying.
Don't send this to Nova.
Oh my gosh. Is she watching?
No, but I have to deal with it now.
No, she will be.
I forgot to click my token.
That is perfectly fine. I will go ahead and add.
Oh.
Where's your roll? I can't find your roll, Dynasty.
She's the first one, 20.16.
Oh, there it is. Okay, gotcha.
Is the call that I
Perfect.
made last
Oh, she
week
rolled and it was
still-
on a Sebastian.
Oh, you had Sebastian selected when you rolled
Oh,
it.
because he was the last person I moved. Okay.
Yeah.
So I need
Sebastian
to roll
needs to roll.
Sebastian, too, right?
Yes. So go ahead and click on his token. I guess.
is my pre-buff from last week still valid when I said that I was always on the go, waiting for my bell?
Do you have his character sheet open?
For your bell?
Remember I said, as soon as I saw the dragon, I said, I'm going to keep my hand close to my junk, so I can activate
Oh, your
my
belt. Yeah. No, I remember that. I thought you said
Yeah,
said
people-
bell, which confused me.
Yeah, so now as soon as I see the dragon, people can finally realize that I haven't been touching my junk the whole time. I was getting ready for the fight.
Yeah,
so I
you
can
were
put
just
it on
like
ice mode. Yeah.
You were just like being like a really bad Michael Jackson, but instead of
Yeah,
dancing, you were
yeah.
just like holding your hand over your crotch the entire time.
Yes. So now I have ice protection, hopefully.
Yes.
Wait, there's one dragon. I thought there were two dragons. Did anyone see another dragon?
There were more dragons.
I mean, I saw some white stuff.
Where?
Wait, am I allowed to say this? Like,
Yeah, you're
Can
allowed
I
to
men-
say it, man. You see it. You totally
oh
see
yeah,
it.
yeah. Wait, can I like point in that in the direction?
Yeah, which you can ping in game to be like, this is where I see them.
You're still on my
Yeah.
dildo, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Is this thing like moving like moving it like that? Like.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's a bumpy ride.
Yeah, you use the balls to secure your
like-
position, but
You
it's
know,
not
it's
comfortable.
just it's
Okay.
it's a little it's in there. You sound a little different. Are you using a different mic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Just checking. Okay.
Eragon, I'm pretty sure that's just you having a dirty mind.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Well, Eragon, it is your turn first. Actually, I wondered if there's a way I can give you vision. Probably not.
I know where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just gonna be weird if they move, but I guess once they move, everybody's gonna see them. So.
Okay. Alright. We're going with this again. Conjure animals.
Oh no. All right. What are you summoning?
Okay. Hold on. Let's summon 8 ponies this time.
Sorry, say that again.
Wait, no.
Oh, dude, it's a frost
Wait, so
dragon.
what count?
Polar bears.
Wait, what counts as a
Polar bear.
beast?
Well, I mean, the simple answer is that they have like the tag beast next to them in the compendium, but I don't know if you can see that really easily.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I want to summon 8 giant crabs then.
Sebastian's getting brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
That's a giant, not a giant crab. I don't want to give you a giant. All right, yeah, here we go. Putting this guy in.
And can I summon them like in different places? Like 4 on one side and 4 on the other?
Yeah, within 60 feet of you.
Okay. Okay, so can I summon like 4 right here and then 4 right here?
Yeah, that totally works. I will say also at this point, Pog, your spiritual weapon probably has half the time on it left because
Yeah,
it's been
most likely. Yeah,
it's
I'll
been,
put it at 5.
Not a full minute, but
I'll put it at 5. That's fair.
all
There
right.
we go.
I will roll initiative for these crabs. I'll just roll 1 for them. Okay, my macros are still broken. Lovely. Wow, that is an unfortunate initiative.
Oh.
All right, and I will give. Oh, whoops! I should have given you control. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. I'll just do this, and then. Please. Okay, here we go. Can be edited and controlled by.
Did you fix the API issue you were having last week?
I think I forgot to restart it. I can quickly restart it if, like, but there's nothing that seriously requires the API except for sound effects, I think.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but...
Do you want me to? I don't know if you guys would have to leave or not.
No,
is the only
it's not
thing.
a big deal.
But, okay. I like the real big quality of life thing is spell slot tracking. Okay, you've summoned these creatures. Is there anything else you would like to do, Eragon?
Yeah. So I want to stay on this dildo.
Yeah,
But I want to transform though. That's the thing. So what can I transform it?
He wants to transform on a dildo.
Polar bear.
Yeah.
Polar bear. Come on, polar bear.
Will I like not be
Come on,
like
polar bear.
heavy? Will I like not?
Only
Yeah,
Will I be
find
too
out.
heavy?
Yeah.
What about a little monkey?
A monkey.
Oh my god, just like grasping
Oh,
like
come
a
on,
branch.
it's an ice dragon. Polar bear. Polar bear.
Okay, fine. A polar bear.
Alright.
Transform as a polar bear.
How high are you?
I mean, he's not just gonna fall, because that would be real mean.
You guys think the flaming dildo is like some kind of impressive flying like device, but it's like 3 feet up top. Like it doesn't fly really high. Let me make
Oh
sure.
my goodness, wait, polar bears actually exist in this game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You transformed into a polar bear before when we were fighting.
Yeah,
the
but
ice
I didn't think they were like actual polar bears, but here's like an actual CR2 polar bear, which you can legitimately transform into.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at a list right now.
Alright. Yeah, hold on. Let me give you control over this guy.
That's gotta be either a small dragon or a very big polar bear.
That's yes.
And then I'll end my turn.
Alright, there's your polar bear. Just remember that your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma are going to be taken from your character and not the bear.
Okay,
you do start to slowly... You turn into a polar bear, and you let out a ferocious roar. Or maybe you don't, I don't know. And your carriage does begin to sink, and you land very softly on the grass below, squishing this swarming flaming dildo betwixt your legs. Galadriel, it is your turn.
Is the dragon flying or is it on the ground?
Right now it is currently flying, let's say, like 50 feet up. It has Weeby, sort of clutched, between, both of... I guess they're four-legged. So, in sort of, one of its front arms, and is just sort of staring down at you as it, growls. And you can see condensation coming out, and little bits of icy particles as it lets out this roar.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Hunter's Mark. And
Go for it.
then I'm going to use my action to attack with my longbow. And try to hit the leg that he's got Weebly in.
Sounds good.
Weeby.
Yeah, you really quickly whip around and you draw your longbow and let out a quick arrow. But this dragon is swifter than it would appear as it sort of nimbly dodges out of the way of the arrow and it soars past it into the water below. Okay, if it's not a dragon, then what is it?
A wyvern.
You said four arms, so I guess a monkey.
Your arrow goes into the river, not the dragon. No, like it's got 4 arms and 2 wings, not like the winged arms. Or am I getting this back up? Whatever.
You need a picture.
Who cares?
He's got a picture.
A better picture than that.
Wow.
It shows the body.
Oh my gosh.
For my second action, I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Do I need to roll? I need to roll Hunter's Mark again.
Nah. Just roll it once per turn, just to speed it up. Wow, that music ended very abruptly.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say. Oh man.
That's a surprise. Yeah, I just like
Must
stopped.
have been a killer shot.
Oh man, there was like no fade out. I can change that though. That hits. Yeah, okay, 11 piercing damage. And you're aiming for the arm that's that's holding onto this poor sailor orc. So yeah, you let loose another arrow, seeing your first one miss, and this one does sink into sort of the not forearm, whatever this part is called, hind arm. That's not what it's called.
Definitely hind arm.
It lets out a cry of pain, as if a little surprised. And its grip on this orc loosens as Weeby begins falling 50 feet. So she will be falling on the start of her turn. Let me see if there's a way to indicate
Yell to
altitude.
Eragon and say, "Hey, go underneath her and try to catch her, or let her land on you."
Wait.
He's fluffy.
I'm gonna see if there's a way to indicate height. I thought there were wings. I could just like do multiples of 10 or something. Yeah, that'll be close enough.
Well, Weeby moves before Eragon, so.
Oh, okay.
Next up is one of the hidden creatures, which only Eragon has seen. But you guys hear another roar from the right side, and you start to see the head of... Why can I not do this correctly? There we go. I just did not know how to control the game. And you start to see its jaws open as a Frostbeth comes barreling your way. It's gonna hit Ganondorf, Odin, and Pog.
The Constitution for a saving throw?
This is a Constitution saving throw, yes.
Oh. So do I take 25% because I have resistance as well, I'm assuming?
Yes, you take half and then half.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna need Ganondorf and Odin to also make Constitution. Oh, Ganondorf did. Oh, you all did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This blast of breath, terrifying, comes barreling your way. Ganondorf, you did not save, unfortunately.
45 cold damage?
I'll roll the dice.
No, don't do that. 45's like just enough from where I'm at right now to not fucking die. That's a lot of dice.
Right, I can save you, don't worry.
Oh, 32.
I'm like 7th in the turn order.
Alright, good. Roll the dice.
32 cold damage, yes. Your limbs are covered in frost and you are chilled to the bone. Odin, you take 16. Pog, you take 8.
No, I'm not enraged. So I'd take full damage. That fucking hurt.
Yeah,
and it starts running towards you. I'm guessing we can get rid of this little indicator now. Next up is Flinty.
Okay. So Flinty is going to evoke her Mantle of Majesty.
Okay.
And she's gonna look like... I've never watched Game of Thrones, but I guess Daenerys controls dragons, so I'll look like her.
Okay. I don't think you're gonna get the dragon controlling part, but sure.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna command this dragon that used to hold on to Weeby. I'm gonna say, land!
Oh, okay. So I need to roll Wisdom save or Intelligence? I don't remember. You should have the spell in your spellbook.
I have to cast the spell.
You scream at it, but you don't cast any spell, and it's very confused.
Is it? Level 1? Okay.
It is level 1, yes. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. I have to beat a 14. Okay.
So that's on the dragon's turn or no? Oh, I don't.
Well, I mean, rolled a crit fail. So, what is your color? Your color is blue. Okay.
Okay, I guess on the next turn it'll land and then its turn.
Yes, exactly. That's what
Cool.
happens. You see its
Alright.
eyes glaze over, and its movement becomes more rigid. It actually has to straighten itself because its flapping of wings was momentarily disturbed by your intrusion into this dragon's brain.
Sweet. Okay, so that was my bonus action. So as my action, I'm gonna cast my Eldritch Blast onto this dragon here.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's see. So both of my blasts here. Oh my gosh. 1.
Yeah, unfortunately though, those don't hit, and you lash out with your Eldritch Blast, which dissipate harmlessly on the surface of this dragon's skin.
Alright. And then from my movement, I'm gonna yeet myself through this portal back to the other side.
Okay, yeah, totally. You pop out back through. Sebastian's looking at you frantically, like, what am I supposed to do? And it just sort of nips his claws in the air to express distress.
Alright, I'll end my turn.
Okay. Odin. Son of Odin.
Alright.
Odin, son of Odin.
To ask Ganondorf for permission to use him as a springboard and try to jump on this dragon. Alright, let's do it.
I fucking
Dude, go for it.
Can I, like-
athletics or acrobatics?
Can I put my hands as like a little oof, the little support to?
Yeah, Odin,
Whatever.
you get advantage, because that's awesome. Athletics or acrobatics, I'll leave it up to you.
I'll do athletics.
Okay. Meantime, I'm gonna add in some fade outs, because I don't know why these songs end so abruptly. 14 is gonna do it, yeah. This dragon is on the ground, and Ganondorf, you spin around as sort of the ice covering your limbs breaks as you break free, and you give him a little platform to step on, and you fling him over your head as he lands. I mean, it's not like an impressive flip or anything. It's serviceable, but you land on this dragon. So just to talk about dimensions, it's not large enough where you can like plant 2 feet on it comfortably, so you're sort of just straddling it like a horse.
Okay.
You actually land in between 2 spines that are poking out, and that could have been very dangerous for your childbearing career if that was something that Odin wanted to do.
Gotta keep them options open.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And then I am going to, let's see. Use my bonus action to go ahead and action surge.
Okay, I don't think you have to use your bonus action to do that. I think you just action surge, right? Like, I think that's just a thing you do. So you still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, I'm just gonna do it so that I can attack. So I'm gonna use a attack. No. Did I roll better?
Yeah, that one's not going to hit, unfortunately. But go ahead and make your second attack.
Let's see. Hold on, I have to double check something real fast. I'm gonna shield bash first.
Okay.
So I don't have to. I just had to make sure didn't have to hit it. So
that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what that means because you're riding this dragon. Because you can't really like knock it back from yourself because you're on it. I guess you'll like.
I'm smashing this thing into the ground.
Okay, yeah, that works. And then I guess it'll just all right. Roll strength. That's a save. One of these days you'll get it. It's okay.
I know.
So it rolled a 13, but I think you actually rolled a 10 and not a 13.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you bash your shield into the dragon's neck, and the vibrations bounce back hard as your arm experiences a little pain. This dragon is very thick-skinned.
And then I'll use my extra attack to swing at it.
Okay. Not gonna do it.
Alright, that'll be my turn. Just be over here.
Just riding this dragon.
Don't
like
mind
a little,
me.
like a little flea. You know what? No, I feel you. I do the same thing, alright?
I do the
eat
same thing as
Eat your
well.
finger food proudly with utensils.
It's okay. Eternal eats French fries with a fork too. So he has no room to talk.
There you go.
Exposed.
We're all in the same boat here.
See, Josie, why do you complain about me eating French fries with a fork then?
I don't! I literally don't!
Wait,
Chopsticks is the best. It's the way.
Chopsticks are the most
Anyway.
versatile, yes. I mean, you couldn't eat those with... I guess you could eat those with a fork if you, like, slid it in between the little teeth, but that's
that'd be
awkward.
impressive.
That is a huge amount of effort to grab a
Yeah.
chip with a fork.
It'll slow down your eating.
Alright, top of my turn, I'm going to go into rage.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. No more full damage attacks. It feels gross. And that's a bonus action. Can I... Is there a limit to how many health potions I can take with an action?
Yeah, one. You can imbibe one consumable per turn.
That sucks.
It's not worth it, man. You're a berserker. Live like one.
Dude, I know. It's terrible. I was like, well, maybe if I could take a couple, I would consider it, but
That is
God.
the best bad advice I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's really fucking good. Dude, this
Maybe you
sucks.
guys should communicate in the future. It's like, hey, I see something. Maybe wait before rushing in, but you know.
No, let's stop it. Okay, I am going to... Fuck, this is so dumb. I'm gonna die on my next turn. I'm going to recklessly attack this white dragon here.
Alright, dude, go for it.
Don't worry, I stole your bad RNG.
You have
I hope.
double advantage because Odin's like on it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take it however I can get it. So first one is with the Sword of Sharpness. Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Holy fuck!
I'll take that.
Maybe you
That's
should.
a lot of damage.
You should roll again to see if you get like a higher damage, just in case. So.
Oh my
that was
god!
like
Look how many
near
sixes
perfection.
there are in
Holy
there.
shit.
No, he always takes the first damage roll, whether I do it or not.
You have double
What the
advantage
heck is
though,
that?
so might as
No, but
well.
your damage, you rolled like 6 out of 8 perfect, I think.
Aw.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
that's
So was that 30?
that's 40.
40,
No,
yes.
that's 41. Wait, 40. It's 40.
40. Yes. And then
Yeah, roll another d20. Jeez.
D20.
Yeah, to see if you can
Oh
take
no!
off a limb.
Stop! Wait. More important, savage attacks. I crit, so I get to roll another damage dice, another D8, right?
Oh, yeah, you get to roll one more d8. Okay.
Yeah. I know how to play my character.
That's 6. Yeah. Okay.
And then you said roll a D20.
A d20. If you're on a 20, you dismember something. Ooh, so close, so close. Yes, but man, this is like a gruesome strike. Like, can you describe to me what this looks like?
So did he get knocked? He didn't get knocked down towards the ground, so he's kind of still.
No.
How tall is he? So I can give you a nice little word picture thing.
Like maybe like 10 foot. You could if you reach up with your sword, you could probably hit the head. So, but it's sort of like wiggling around because it has Odin on his back, and it's like I don't want this strange man.
I'm gonna say I'm trying to stab it like through its like right arm. So I'm trying to I guess my attempt was to cut it off, but I didn't cut it off, so I just stabbed into his right arm with this
Yeah,
basically
no,
still
definitely.
Sword of Sharpness thing.
You bring down your Sword of Sharpness, and there's not even resistance. It just goes. I mean, there's a little bit, but like a lot less than you would maybe anticipate from a scaled dragon. And you make a gruesome cut. It is not clean. You are dragging scales with it. And you can see like bits of bone actually exposed from how deep this cut is.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my extra attack. And...
Oh, yep, I forgot that's something that...
Yep, this is something I can do. I can do this all over again.
Alright, you also have double advantage, so...
Cool. This time I'm going to use a bigger weapon. I'm going to use my Great Axe this time.
Okay.
So, advantage. And then advantage some more.
Yep, just the third one. Okay, 20 does hit. This one, you sort of quickly, as you're following through with the slash, just quickly swap it with your great axe as you bring it down overhead for 17 slashing.
Alright, and then... Yeah, I'm pretty much stuck here. Yeah, I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stand here and hope that somebody heals me. That's gonna end my turn.
Yeet yourself through the portal.
As soon as I move, there's gonna take an attack of opportunity, and
Oh,
I'm gonna
right.
fucking die. Cause that's gonna hurt bad. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stand right here and end my turn.
Okay, sounds good. You definitely did a number on that dragon, though. Isarya, it is your turn.
How long does the frost resistance potion last?
An hour. 1 hour.
An hour. Okay.
Which, functionally speaking, is an entire combat, because that's like 100 rounds of combat, which I don't think anything ever goes on for that long.
Okay, let's see.
What is that? 1 hour? 600?
I am going to Scorching Ray the dragon that Odin is riding.
Okay. Oof. It's alright, roll 2 more times. Okay. With a critical fail, you are going to blast Odin.
Wait, no. Hold on. If I roll 1, I have the option to re-roll.
Oh, okay, okay, do that.
I hope.
Got you, Odin.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, 3 Scorching Rays. Unfortunately, none of them hit. Yeah, one of them does come dangerously close to Odin, though, but it flies past him into the building behind. The other 2, very similar to Flinty's Eldritch Blast, sort of just bash into this dragon who seems unaffected.
Okay, and I am gonna just stay put, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is Sebastian.
Okay, so for speed, it says that he can go 30 feet and then swim 30 feet. Is that additional? So like 60 feet altogether, or?
It is
that one or the
not
other?
additional. They're like their own things. So it's weird if you mix movements, but for the most part, that won't be an issue. So the answer is it's not additional. It's like you can either move 30 feet or swim 60 feet in a turn.
Okay.
If you split it, I think we'll just do fractions or something. Or swim 30 feet, I guess, not move.
Okay. I don't think he can get over there anyway.
There's a portal, though.
Oh, there is a portal. Okay. Crabble is gonna take the portal. Not Crabola. Sebastian. And he's going to... Where does it spit you out at?
Right
at the
here.
door? Okay. Can he go 30 feet from the portal right behind the dragon?
You use 10 feet of your movement to get into the portal based on his location. So.
Okay.
That's okay. She can join out on the fun.
She's so loud. Let's see, what can he do?
It's so weird how like kids who speak English when they're young sound cute, but in French they sound like horrible. Something I notice every goddamn time. It's true. Like kids who speak English are fucking cute. They're like, "Me go swamp," and you're like, "Oh, you're cute. You can go to the swamp." But fucking French kids, they're fucking annoying.
Can you give us a demonstration of a French child?
They just can't pronounce any like of the intermediate words. So instead of saying like "Je veux aller à la plage," they're gonna go like "Je veux plage," and you're like, "Shut the fuck up."
Goodness.
Plage, je veux. No, no plage.
Oh, we have a guest. Does anybody want to stream? Alternatively, I can stream, and Nevik just has to promise to not spoil anything.
I can. Oh no.
Well, okay.
I can stream, but yeah.
Thank you, Internal.
I gotcha.
So, Sebastian is going to get right behind Ganondorf and grab him with his claw.
Ganondorf, okay.
Take him, use the rest of my movement, to kind of take him away from the dragon.
Okay. I think you're going to have
Does
to
that
make
get an opportunity attack?
that works.
Pinch his butt.
Yes, you know, the dragon still will get an attack of opportunity because even if it's unwilling, once a creature moves out. Yeah. Ganondorf. It'll be on Ganondorf. It'll be on
I
Ganondorf.
don't consent. Don't fucking
Okay,
touch
so he
me.
doesn't- Okay,
Get
I
the
won't.
fuck away.
Well, it's not like I have any like healing powers with my crabs or my claws or
Go
anything.
fucking grapple that dragon. Get out of here.
This is gonna be really interesting.
You know, the best healing is making sure your enemies don't deal any damage.
Yeah. All right, can I claw attack the dragon?
Yes, absolutely. You move up to it. Shimmy on. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff.
Listen to me now. All right. Where is the attack?
That doesn't hit, unfortunately. It's very thick skin. Yeah, Sebastian just bashes one of its toes. And it just sort of this dragon is very thoroughly distracted by Odin.
Doesn't Sebastian get like a advantage?
You know what? Yes, Sebastian does get advantage.
I got you, Sebastian.
You guys are okay. That one hits.
Free damage.
So that's gonna 8 blood. Okay, yeah. I guess this dragon's grappled.
Nice.
We have a small crab grappling
Yeah,
a
that's
dragon.
that's
and holding
really
him down.
I mean, the game says that it doesn't. There's no stipulation on size.
The
like,
dice tell their own story.
I
for sure.
guess this dragon is just like, oh my gosh, like this crab is pinching my big toe. I can't move.
This crab's just built different.
Yeah, no, this crab's just built different.
Giving him a
Oh my gosh.
taster.
Yeah. Do dragons have teeth?
I would say it does not work.
You can milk a
dragons
dragon. You can definitely milk a dragon.
Reptiles don't breastfeed, though.
I didn't say anything was gonna squirt.
This list has teeth.
Wait, you
Wait,
said teeth?
Yeah, teat.
Oh, teeth.
Nipple.
Okay.
Teats. Teat?
Oh, you asking about boobs?
Yeah.
I thought you said teeth.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought he said.
I thought he said teeth as well.
Teat.
And that's why I was
heard
so
teeth.
confident in my
mean,
yes.
it Depends on if it's a boy or girl dragon.
Wait.
Either way, it's milkable.
It's
Yep.
got nipples.
Does it really matter? We all play like ESO.
Yeah.
So.
Do Argonians don't breastfeed, right?
Wait, Argonians have boobs. My main has boobs.
Right, but they don't breastfeed. That's not part of their
Oh
lore.
man, I don't want to talk about people's main. Come on, please. Let me tell you about my main.
Wheelie, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go behind the dragon so I can get double advantage. But because I am poisoned, I would only get advantage. So
Yes, you would only get advantage. But yes,
Wait.
please go for it.
wait, hold on. I am stealth though, so
Are you
Yeah,
stealth against your king?
well,
yeah. Okay, so hold on. Normally, if I attack when I'm stealth, I have advantage, but that cancels out. Okay, hold on.
so it's just double advantage.
Yeah, it's just double advantage.
There's too many advantages going on right now.
I kind of make up for this.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Everybody just critting. Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Let me roll to see the damage again for the other one.
Well, that's not how this works. You take the damage. You only technically, like, if we were doing this in real life, you roll the damage dice like once. So you wouldn't take the second. You wouldn't take whichever's more, if that makes any sense. Like, you'd get a crit and then you just roll damage at that point.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
That's 15. I did another 7. I did 6.
So 15 plus 13, which is 28. Right?
How badly is this dragon looking?
The dragon was struggling to get Odin off its back. It has significantly weakened. It is. You sort of stab it like, just like not in the tail, I guess, but like sort of like right behind where Odin is on, and you actually rip a line down as you carve maybe like a I don't know, like a half-meter long laceration as dragon blood comes spilling out, and you slide back off. Yeah, this dragon is moving a lot more sluggishly after that.
Okay, well, screw that, because I'm going to use the hour hand.
Okay, how much damage did I say that was?
28.
28.
Okay, another 28 damage. Yeah, a spectral version of your dagger does almost the exact same thing. It actually pierces a little bit to the right as it draws another line down, and you've basically like carved out like a steak chunk of this dragon's hindquarters. This dragon looks real bad, like on death's door.
Alright, see ya, guys. I'm gonna stealth back.
Okay, roll stealth with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage, yeah.
Okay.
13. 13 does not do it. You sort of like slink backwards and throw up at the same time. It leaves a very obvious, but you crouch in the bushes, but it leaves a very obvious trail.
Alright, and then I'm going to mingle with the crabs down here. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna make an attack of opportunity on you.
An attack? Can you do that?
Yeah, of course I can. Why can't I?
Hold on.
You're not stealth.
When you take a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke.
Okay, fine. Go have fun with crabs. Gosh. Can't do anything in this game.
Screw you. Let me play with my crabs.
Yeah, the dragon tries to like whack you with its tail, but you're just like, nah, I'm out of here. Hildorf, yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't encountered a dragon or something that can cast heat metal yet.
Hildorf Pog, it is your turn.
Yes. So I'm gonna touch Ganondorf.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
But you don't heal him, you just touch him.
I consent.
Very important.
Appropriately or inappropriately?
Only good touches,
appropriately.
please.
Yeah, it feels good touch. Yeah. So he's gonna heal for 21.
20. Yeah, 21, you're right.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will adjust that 1 second.
And then
Feel heat return back to your frostbitten limbs.
Then I will move my dildo. Oh, wait. How much movement does my dildo get with a fat polar bear on top?
I mean, it can squeeze out. It's magical. We don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so I'm going to move my dildo, which I guess moves the bear as well.
No, the bear's not
No?
on it. It's too heavy. It's too fat.
Or, fine. I'm going to try to whack at this dragon.
Sounds good.
Indeed.
It is in the air, but that's fine. You send your dildo flying up, and you're having like an airplane battle. But
Alright, so 17 plus my spell cast, so that's 24? Yeah,
that'll
24.
hit.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
that hits.
Then that's 1d10. Oops. Yes, plus my spell cast modifier, so that's... Actually, I'm going to roll the spell. I forgot what's my spell cast modifier.
I don't think it adds to the damage, but
Oh, okay, maybe it doesn't. Let me just cast real quick to make sure. If I submit like this. Yeah, it adds my wisdom, so...
oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
Yeah,
I didn't know it does that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
fucked
fine.
up. It's also
Yeah.
a d8, not a d10. So let's roll a d8, so that's 6, plus my wisdom... Well, actually, it's the same thing I rolled, so
It's the
11
same. It's
force
10.
damage.
Yeah, and I was checking to see if that's gonna make him roll another save, but it doesn't. It looks like.
No, this spell is like hit or miss. After that, I guess...
I meant for
I'm
Flinty's
gonna-
command, but yeah.
What? I'm gonna... So Odin did punch a hole through that door, right? Like it's open?
No, he did
No,
not.
he didn't. Okay, so I'm gonna hide behind Ganondorf. There we go. Actually, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is this wyvern that has been commanded to land, and it will do so. Its movements are very jerky, and it's sort of like, instead of like slowly lowering itself onto the ground, it sort of like just stops flapping its wings and drops, and then starts flapping them again. And it lands with a very loud crash as dust and dirt are kicked up into the air. And its movements are very jaggedy, and at the end of its turn, it snaps back to attention, and then it's going to direct its attention to you, Flinty, and let out a roar. But that is the end of this dragon's turn. It is no longer flying. Let me just get rid of that. Okay. Next up is Weeby, who is 50 feet in the air. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, she does. Weeby really quickly pulls out like a freaking Sailor Moon wand. And as she's falling, she screams, "I have the power of God and anime on my side!" And she casts Fly. And her falling halts, and she is flying. And she is going to fly, basically over the water. And that's the end of her turn. Next up is the giant crab. Oh, I guess all the giant crabs. All right, Eragon, what do you want these crabs to do?
Okay. So.
Oh, sorry, hold up. I forgot. Warlocks cast spells differently. As she casts the spell and she's falling, and she says, "Does anybody else want to experience the magic of flying?"
Yes, please.
Raise my hand. Can I raise a paw?
Get
Well,
me
Flinty
the
got
fuck out
first
of here.
dibs. No, Flinty got first dibs. She responded first, and Weeby, as she casts the spell, does a barrel roll and shoots a beam of rainbow light towards you, and you are filled with magical girl energy. But you can fly. You can fly.
Aw, sweet.
You have
How
flight.
high?
Up to 60 feet in any direction.
Oh,
we'll just count horizontal and vertical as two different axes. So. Okay. Next up are the giant crabs.
Okay. So. I want them to move. So wait, so can they see this left dragon? Or can like I order
Um,
them to?
You
Or
can
no?
you control them, so you can tell them what to do.
Okay, I want these 4 to come up to this
Okay.
dragon and
Okay.
attack them with claw.
Sounds good. Let me go ahead and get that for you. That's gonna hit. And they don't have disadvantage because they know where it is.
Sweet.
Yeah, they simultaneously raise their claws and pinch down on this dragon, which lets out a small yelp as 4 tiny fey crab creatures grab onto it for 12 bludgeoning.
Tiny, but they're giant.
Well, they're giant compared to like a normal crab, but they're pretty small compared to a dragon, I think.
Okay. Wait. So how do we? Okay. And then I wanted the other 4 to do the same with the other dragon.
Okay, sounds good.
So the left one that we can't necessarily see, right? Or is it?
You can
popped
see
out?
it now. You can definitely see it now. Yeah, because
So
these crabs have just
They
clamped onto
grappled
it.
it, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is so fun.
I really don't. Again, physics wise, this should not work. I need you to roll another attack because this is going to be different.
They're just built
Okay.
different.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Wait, this actually doesn't make any sense.
It's called double grapple.
No, I'm just trying to explain this because like these crabs. They just pinch this dragon, and I think this dragon's just like done with life. It just gives up on life and it dies. It doesn't. I don't know how that works, but they grab it and it just goes lifeless. It's like, you know what? See you guys. I'm done. Peace. It does not have balls. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, these 4 crabs have felled a dragon. And Odin, you find your feet back on terra firma. You're still straddling this dragon. Okay. Next up is the dragon that has been grappled. Jeez, how is this gonna work? I mean, am I making like 4 escape DCs, I guess? I guess, yeah. I'm gonna attempt to climb. I'll just roll 4. So I'll look at each one. If a single one is below 11, then okay, well, there you go. This dragon attempts to fly with these crabs holding it to the ground. It is unsuccessful. It is going to take one of its claws that one of the crab is holding onto and just like slam it into the ground.
Rip.
Say this. Okay, 12 slashing. So this crab is slammed into the ground, and all of you hear a sound similar to a major bone cracking. And seeing this near dead crab, the dragon's gonna do the same thing again to the same one. Yep. It brings it down again and completely just demolishes this crab into the ground as there's like crab guts which dissipate into Druid fairy magic.
Sebastian! No!
Dragon's gonna lift up its other claw, which has 2 crabs dangling off of it, and just bite on one of them. I don't think that beats their AC. It does not. This crab, emboldened by the death of its brethren, steals itself as like a tiger chomping on a turtle. That I don't know if that makes any. I don't know if they ever meet each other, but it sort of just steals itself, and you hear the scraping of dragon teeth on hard shell, but it does not break through. Okay, and with that, Eragon, it is your turn.
Okay, so try doing this. Yep. So I'm gonna move my polar bear self in front of this dragon.
Yeah. You wiggle yourself
And
over. It feels a little hot, actually, because, you know.
the dildo.
Well, I was just talking about the general climate, but if you want to do that too.
And I'll cast multi-attack.
Okay.
Do I?
What is
So
that?
I can just.
Yeah, you just click them individually. Yeah, unfortunately, neither of those are gonna make it, actually, and you just go to town on this dragon, but you do not break through its hard scales.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We are back to Galadriel.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to... Just gonna shoot it with... This is the one that I have Hunter's Mark on, or no?
The bottom one? Yes.
Yeah, that one that I'm next to? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure before I do anything. Yep, I'm just gonna shoot it with my longbow again then.
Okay. That one's not gonna hit, unfortunately.
No,
You let
it
loose an
doesn't.
arrow, which just breaks upon contacting the skin.
Okay, so for my second action, I think I'm going to use Spike Growth.
You can't do that.
I can't do that?
No, because it's when you attack, you just make 2 attacks, but it's not like you get to attack and then cast a spell.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna attack again.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that one's not gonna hit either, unfortunately. These are
Alright,
very
I'm
thick-skinned dragons.
gonna use my movement to step back a little bit.
Sounds good.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Flinty, you have the power of flight and god and anime on your side, actually.
Oh yeah. Flinty's gonna try this out. She's gonna fly through this portal. So that's
Okay.
5. And then hover in the air 10 feet. And then like 15 to maybe there. And then I'm just like floating in the air. And
Yeah.
I'm still beautiful.
You are.
So
You are.
I'm gonna command.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you can do that. Yeah, go for it. Go for it as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
so I'm gonna use my bonus action to command this dragon, since it's next to crabs. I'm gonna command it to dance like the crab rave.
Okay.
So that is a
Yeah, that's an
wisdom save.
That's a wisdom save. All right.
Aww.
All right. This dragon's dancing on its next
Oh,
turn.
really? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So, and then for my action, I want to cast Hideous Laughter at the other dragon. So what is Hideous Laughter?
Okay, on who?
On the other dragon.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Oh. So the other dragon's gonna laugh at the other dancing dragon.
Alright, yeah, no, this one just drops over. I'll use this icon, I guess.
And that'll be my turn.
It's really funny, yeah. It just thinks that there's a freaking polar bear, and it's like, I don't know where it came from. That was random, just fine. It just starts dragon laughing, which I don't know what that sounds like.
And Flinty immobilizes 2 dragons.
Yep. This is some powerful CC. Alright, Odin, it's your turn.
Alright, I am going to go ahead and fire my... Well, actually, I'm going to step to the side here. Try to get line of sight and shoot at this guy over here.
Okay. You step amidst crabs.
I am one with the crabs now.
And they're egging you on.
I'm like, watch this, crabs.
Okay.
I had my turn.
There was so much Bill. You have a second attack. You want to attack again?
God.
Yeah, you're just so ashamed. You're just like, nah.
It's pretty bad. I'll attack again.
Why does it end so abruptly? What the heck?
Was it the
that
right?
way. I think something happened.
Is that the right moment to determine if like Odin manages to hit or not?
Yeah, that one doesn't hit either. And they all sort of stare at you quizzically, and one of them starts like pity clapping. It's 2 claws together.
I'm gonna step forward a little bit more.
Okay. The other one like pats you on the back of your ankle, like, "Hey, it's okay, man. You did your best."
Thanks, crap. I don't need your pity. End my turn.
Okay. Ganondorf, it's your turn.
Alright, can I tell which one of these dragons is more damaged?
Neither of them are very injured. They have like a wound each.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to summon my Flame Blade.
Okay.
I don't know why I maybe cast it, but yeah, I'm gonna get that thing out.
Yes, like a lightsaber, it extends from your fiery gauntlet.
Yes, and then I'm going to move to, sorry, the left dragon here. And I'm going to recklessly attack him.
Yeah, you run up to it and then cast Fireball.
Dude, don't tempt me.
That's what I was gonna do.
I mean, you could theoretically still cast Fireball.
So many dice.
That does it, yeah.
That hits?
The Sword of Sharpness? Yeah, it hits.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits. 15 slashing.
Cool. What? Oh no, the sound's not working right now. The API is bugged. And then I'm gonna use my extra attack, and I'm gonna use my Flame Blade and swing
Yes,
at
that
him.
you may. That one does it too. Yeah.
Okay.
25. Yeah. 15 fire damage as well. And actually, as you do this, the fire actually rages up your arm, which right now has blackened, like, up to around here. And your, like, entire left side is engulfed in flames, and once they subside,
Nice.
you can see that the charring has actually extended a little bit to around your shoulder, and is starting to go over your chest.
Oh really? It's growing.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that in the little disclaimer at the bottom of the glove when I put it on. Okay, that's cool. And that is... yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Okay. Isarya, it is your turn.
Trying to figure out where I can move so I don't hit Ganondorf.
You can hit me. Consent.
Safe word, please.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Okay, yeah, pineapple.
Just cast your fireball and you just hear, like, from inside, pineapple! Please!
Let's see. I'm gonna move. Shit, I don't know. I don't want to be in his melee.
Sounds like a good game plan.
Yeah, because he'll look at me and I'll just be dead. Sorry, Eragon. I'm gonna get some of your crabs.
It's okay.
Well,
I give consent too.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm
Dude,
gonna
face cams add so much to this. I love this. It's so good.
move 15 feet away.
Yeah, that works. Or is it like ashed over? It is blackened. Like when you cook something too long.
And then cast fireball at this guy.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you're just gonna hit. Alright, go for it. You're probably gonna hit yourself too.
I'm gonna move back.
You know, maybe I shouldn't have said that because, like, that's your responsibility. But
Well, you can
whatever,
position it, right?
Yeah, you should position where your fireball hits.
It doesn't
That's like
necessarily have to hit me and all these crabs. It could just hit the dragon.
what's the radius of it? Like 20?
20.
just shoot it back in the trees, maybe.
Something like here.
Oh, 20's kind of fucking huge. What?
Yeah, it really is.
Holy shit. I didn't realize. Yeah, you'd have to drop the center of it, like, way back here. Sorry for metagaming, Josie.
Alright,
no,
that's where I'm
that's
dropping
fine.
it.
I am going to make a decision that if you are not aiming at a creature, you are going to have to roll a spellcasting ability check, which is just a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier. And if you beat a 13, I'm going to write this down right now.
Yeah, please.
On AoE attacks, if you want to try and aim it, like, effectively, I'm going to make you roll a check. It'll be a low check, because
That'd be
13 I think is
16.
very achievable. Yes, so that totally works. You cast it where you want. I'm just writing this down so I don't forget.
That's reasonable for sure.
Yeah, because it's just... You're still aiming at a target, even if it's, like... You're still attempting to control your spell, so I think it's just fair. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of dice. This mysterious note is going to be called AoE attacks.
That's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Needs a DC 14. Please roll up. Please roll up.
Yes, sorry, I'm just typing right now.
Man, first in my portal gun and now this.
Josie's really cracking down.
Yeah, no, I gotta. This is just, you guys are just trivializing so much stuff.
We're just rolling through this game. We're learning how to abuse the system, Josie.
Yep.
You know, Josie, this is all one big game of cat and mouse, right? You're gonna start tweaking things. We're gonna start tweaking things.
Well, I don't know
Zero
if you
sum.
guys can tweak things.
We're all min-max players.
Watch this.
I already give you guys a lot, alright.
Yeah.
Odin
Saving
almost
throw
died
dexterity.
twice in Cars.
That's true.
Did he die?
Actually, yes, I did actually die
Yeah.
once.
Horseshoes.
These dragons are not rolling well. 33 damage, expertly aimed, just engulfing this dragon at the edge of this fireball. And as the fire just sort of fizzles out into air, You can see that the dragon's actually missing a good chunk of scales from its butt.
Nice.
It's got a smoky butt.
Nice.
And it's at the end of your turn.
That's it. Yes.
Okay.
No, he's not dead.
No, it's not dead. Sebastian, it is your turn. It
still
will be dancing, yes. It will be. It's still dancing, yes. Despite all of this, crying a little bit.
Sebastian's gonna go over to the dragon on the left by Ganondorf and attack him with his claw attack. Doesn't hit, does it?
It gets advantage though.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh, dude, these crabs are just going at it. Okay, yeah, this one shimmies up to Ganondorf, waves hi to its friends, and then does what they're all doing. They're all actually just holding on to this dancing dragon, which is just, you know, doing the Charleston or something. I don't know. Yeah, the crab dances one. I was thinking of like this dog. I don't really know what it's doing. But 8 bludgeoning, yeah, clamps down onto this dragon's, I guess, one of its forearms. Okay, this dragon is grappled by 4 things again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like standing on its hind legs and just...
That's gonna be the end of his turn.
Okay. Wheelie, your turn.
Okay, hold on. I am not stealth, unfortunately.
Yes, because you threw up everywhere.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna move 35 feet behind his dragon where Ryan is fighting. So let's see. Okay, so would I gain advantage since I'm flanking it?
You normally would, yes. But since you're poisoned, you lose that advantage.
Yes, so it would just be normal.
It would just be normal, yes.
Let's see.
You do get a sneak attack, though.
Let me check first if I actually do get a sneak attack.
Because I think no other allies are within 5 feet of you anyways.
How
You're
close
by
is
yourself.
that spirit weapon dildo?
I don't think that counts as a person.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
even then, it's not within 5 feet of Jarius, or Wheelie.
Well, Eragon's right in melee range of the dragons, so is Wheelie, right?
Well, it's
Right, but it's within Wheelie, not within the dragon.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
what I was
actually
checking.
Pretty strong.
Alright, then I'm gonna attack it then.
Yes. That hits. 23 damage.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to move. Where do I move? You know, I'm gonna move. I will move right here, and then I'm gonna try and stealth with disadvantage.
Yep, with disadvantage. You stab it, and as you stab it, you like throw up into the wound, which if this dragon survives is going to be a very nasty infection, and you run away with dribble coming out. I guess you're like dry heaving at this point, probably. Yeah. Or maybe you ate a really big meal. I don't know. Okay. Next up is Pog.
Okay. If I cast Fireball. I don't believe there's a way to cast Fireball without hitting my friends again.
Every single encounter is going to take place inside a 10-foot wide hallway in the future.
Oh, fuck yeah, I can do this. Isarya's probably gonna die, though.
You can just do it.
Listen, you can do the thing where you aim it, and you get to roll a spellcasting ability check, and on a 13, you will aim it correctly.
No, I can definitely aim, but the issue is I'm within range to like choose a location to aim. The issue is it's always gonna hit Isarya. There's no shot.
That's fine. You've got
So the
spells
best course
on
of action is gonna be to not kill my friends again.
Character development.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a slight step forward right about here. I'm gonna get on my knees. And I'm gonna call my friend Raw to help me, senpai.
All right.
So they need to roll a Constitution saving throw, and I need
What
to
you want, homie? I
roll
got you.
2d10 plus my Cleric level, which is 16 plus 1, 17 radiant damage to both dragons. But they have to roll a Constitution saving first, or Wisdom. I don't remember. Let me check. I wish all saving throws were the same.
I feel like it's wisdom.
Constitution, this one.
Oh.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
I mean, some of that makes sense.
It sort of does, yeah. Okay, so first one saves, so he takes 8 instead. Yeah, so one of them takes 8 radiant damage, and the other one takes 17 radiant damage.
Okay. Very good.
And my dildo is gonna whack at this guy again. I forgot to swap the tree.
Sounds good.
So d20 to hit.
That hits.
Does it?
That definitely does it.
And then for damage, this plus. Oh, wait, no. It's 1d8 we learned earlier. Yeah.
Plus wisdom, plus 1.
Yeah, so that's 6 plus 1.
7.
7 force damage.
Very good.
Yo, Hildorf, listen. I just gotta say, you're my favorite priest.
Damn.
You've been doing an awesome job lately.
I'll keep lighting shit up.
Yeah, man. Do it for me. Do it for the big guy in the sky.
Wait, Raw is really powerful. He can manifest even if there's a roof? That's exciting stuff, man. Alright, it's the end of my
Well, there's
turn.
not a roof here, so I don't... You should probably get your eyesight checked.
Oh, damn. Damn. Okay. You know, Hildorf Pog is a little bit like a fanboy, and he's a little bit stressed out. His senpai just showed up again. So,
He does it pretty frequently, considering how many times you do Channel Divinity. Oh, Ganondorf. So poison as effect is... This one lasts longer than a minute. Is all you know.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was
Just
trying to
based
look up
off of, yeah.
in the compendium thing, and the only thing I saw was a basic poison, which basically just said it lasts a minute. So I was like, well, this should have like been gone then.
Yeah, this is not a basic poison.
So
I think you guys have moved beyond basic poisons.
yeah, so to clarify, the only way for him to get cured from it is either a long rest or like something that some healing spell that specifically cures poison, like greater restoration or whatever.
I cannot tell you that information,
Oh.
but you are more than welcome to try.
Right, okay, makes sense.
With all due respect, that was completely on my own admission, so...
Yo, you listen to some rock music in the background. Just jamming out. Pog, is it the end of your turn?
it is definitely the end of my turn. I'm just fanboying.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, Senpai noticed me. And you're
Oh
like,
yeah, my cheeks are like red and shit.
You're
Yeah.
doing like the little like excited tippy taps that like dogs do, but you're a dwarf.
Sure. Like in Pokemon? Yeah.
Pokemon. I guess.
Yeah, the
Next
Team
up,
Rocket. Let's move on.
yeah, next up is this bottom dragon who has been commanded, right? No, laughter. This one,
No, this
okay,
one's
yeah, yeah. No, this one's
Yeah.
laughing. So it gets to roll a save. It gets to roll a intelligence saving throw. It's not very intelligent. Okay.
It says. Oh yeah. Wait. Wisdom save.
For hideous laughter? Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, sorry, that's the intelligence score or less. Okay. Well, I rolled an 8. Its wisdom... Well, I guess I actually rolled a a 10. Okay, that's fine. This dragon is doubled over laughing as it watches its sister being barraged and assaulted by crabs and fire. And it's like, man, I wish I could do something, but that's just like too funny that my sister's getting killed right now.
And
You know
it's
how it
dancing,
is.
though.
The top one's dancing, yes.
Yeah, it's laughing at his sister dancing.
Yes.
While being.
Yes, exactly. Alright. Next up is Weeby. Man, this is the part where I wish I was like a real weeb so I could like go into some stupid cringy monologue, but I don't think I can do that because I'm not able to channel that energy.
Eternal's got you. I could see it on his face.
Yeah.
I was going to, and I was like, no, I can't. I'll
Do it, you coward.
No, do it.
I was just gonna say you should do like the Omewa Imono Shinderu and just the little Nani fucking sound.
Omae wa mo shinderu. It's gonna cast Blight. Well, first, actually, she is going to fly on over to about where you are, Isarya, but in the air. And it is going to cast Blight on the Dancing Dragon. Dragon gets to make a Constitution saving throw. It's very constituted.
34 necrotic. Yikes.
That's a lot of damage.
That's not constituted enough.
This dragon rolls like I do.
Holy crap, 8d8?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Weeby, like, does a dumb little pose, and it's like, Dark spirits of the night, I beg for you to come to my assistance and smite my foes. And this dragon takes 34 cringe damage and is still dancing, as just layers of flesh begin, like, peeling off, like leprosy, pretty much, like super advanced leprosy. And then she does her little twirl, and she winks, and she's like, I'm out of spell slots.
Nice.
Use your cantrips.
Next up is the giant crab. Or all the giant crabs, I guess, which is just going to be 7 of them. So, Eragon.
Okay. Wait, what's the movement?
I think their movement is 30.
30.
And then 30 in water as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring all these crabs and this right dragon. This one.
I
And we're
just
gonna do
love,
the
like,
same thing.
there's this epic battle, and there's just, like, all these crabs scurrying on the ground. Like, oh my gosh.
Dude, those crabs are putting in work.
Honestly, though.
Actually,
Oh, you're
no,
moving
we're
them
gonna
all over.
surround. And we're gonna surround this bitch.
Yeah, and they don't get attack of opportunity because this dragon is just dancing. It's just having a good time up there.
Sir.
Go ahead and roll 2 attacks.
2 attacks? Okay.
Yeah. Aw, dang. Okay, 4 of them are gonna hit. 3 of them are not, but that is a lot of damage. That's 44 damage, excuse me. Oh my gosh, 44 damage. Dude, these crabs are really... they're really going for it. However, this dragon does get to make a wisdom save for each of these 4 attacks. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
These crabs, man.
I guess this dragon just thinks that it's really funny. Man, like, look at all these, like, dumb crabs. They're, like, trying to kill me, and they actually are killing me, and it kind of hurts, but that's funny, because I'm this all-powerful being destroyed by crabs.
I mean, one of its siblings literally died from a crab, so who knows?
Yeah. Okay, well, next up is this top left dragon who's going to spend her turn dancing. And that is gonna be the end of her turn. It's a very janky dance, obviously not willing, just got wrecked by like a fireball and decay, and it's like, man, I'm about ready to call it quits. Next up is Eragon.
Okay. Well, bear didn't work last time, so can I want to go back to my human form.
That you can do, yeah. You let out one last bear cry as you morph back into Elf Eragon.
Alright. Then... I want to cast... Wait, so... This moonbeam.
Oh no! Return of the moonbeam!
Yeah, I want to cast this on dragon.
Which dragon?
But the one I'm at right now. But I want to move back so I don't get hit.
Okay.
And then I also want to dispel all my crabs.
Yeah, I mean, I think that happens because Moonbeam's concentration anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that just happens.
Okay. So then, yeah.
Okay, none of these are Sebastian. Okay. Excuse me.
Alright, and then I can cast this at level 3?
That you may.
Alright.
Is there a way for me to draw circles? I thought there was a way for me to draw circles. Is it shift? Is it alt?
It's all.
It's alt, okay.
Damn, only 5? That sucks.
You actually, like, rolled really badly. You rolled
you
6 damage. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Where's the moonbeam located at?
It won't hit you, don't worry.
Okay, because I was gonna use my uncanny dodge if that was the case.
The dragon gets to roll, I think, Constitution save. Yep. Gonna roll a Constitution save. Whoops, should just be normal. But it does save. It's gonna roll another Wisdom save, so we can break out of laughter. And it finally does. Okay. So this dragon takes 3 radiant damage, and stops laughing. And it's like, that wasn't very funny. That actually wasn't really cool what you just did, man.
To me? I wasn't the one to make you laugh.
Honestly, like, I totally agree with you. You you were having a one-to-one with this dragon, and it's like, I think just between you and me, like, but for real, your actions matter, and I just think I'm gonna have to kill you.
Cheer you up.
And is at the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Galadriel, it is your turn.
I am going to hit him with the longbow again.
Okay.
Gotta get a good roll somewhere. Oh,
Yeah, that one's
Not
not
there.
good.
not there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lose an arrow for that one.
Alright.
Yeah. So now you have 18 maximum capacity.
There we go. Quoting Odin.
I'm pretty sure Josie said that.
Yeah, that was Josie.
Oh, you were making fun of him.
I copied Josie, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't making fun of him, I genuinely liked it.
I'm trying to be nice to the bot. Everybody's like calling it such awful things and just like beating it up. It can't even defend itself, you guys.
Yes,
It
can.
trashed me 4 times in a row.
I can make it hurl insults.
Yeah, integrate the whatever that thing is. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Okay.
You got +9. There you go. There's your hit. Okay, and go ahead and roll Hunter's Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. All right. 13 damage.
So much. Alright, and then, I think I'm just gonna stay there.
Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one.
And that's the end of my turn.
Flinty.
Okay, Flinty is still beautiful.
Yes, you are.
So Flinty is going to command this dragon. The same dragon here to wait. Yeah, he's still wait. Does he stop dancing if I? How does command work?
On their turn, they spend their turn doing whatever you commanded them to do. So they have already danced.
Okay. I'm gonna command it to dance again.
Okay, I guess is this one intelligence or is this one wisdom?
This one is
Wisdom. Okay. Come on.
you should just say it instead of
Yeah. All right. This one stops dancing, and as it's like it starts to feel the shimmies again, and it looks to you and it's like, please don't make me do this. And it starts dancing again. And it cries a very large dragon tear, which actually lands on top of you, Ganondorf. It wets your hair a little bit with salty. It's a mix of like dragon water and blood, I guess.
And then he does the shampoo commercial thing.
Drink it.
I'm drinking the tears. Okay, and then it's gonna make the other dragon laugh again.
Yo, I have like severely underestimated the power of hard CC. This is intense.
It's another wisdom.
Yeah, this one's a
save.
wisdom saving throw. You know the worst part about this is that creatures with intelligence score of less than 4 aren't affected. The intelligence of this dragon is 6, so it was just there. This one does save. Okay.
Aww.
It's like, nope, not doing that again.
Shit.
No.
Okay. Flinty's gonna like back up a little bit, still floating in the air though.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Weeby, how long does this flight last?
As long as the celestial beings have blessed me with my divine power.
What?
But also 10 minutes.
Damn, that was a curveball.
That really was. That was good.
Odin, it is your turn.
All right, so is it this one that's laughing that I'm next to, or is it the other one that's laughing?
No, it is the one on the bottom that is laughing.
Wait, no one's
Dan-
laughing.
Dancing,
No one's laughing,
dancing. Sorry, I meant
Yes,
dancing.
the one. Yes, the one to your left is dancing.
All right, so we're gonna go over to this one. I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. Yep.
I hope.
Advantage. Now's your time. Now's your time to shine, Odin. You got like freaking 4 chances, I think. That looks like a crit to me. Look at this man.
I did it.
Redemption.
Listen, sir, you have the killing blow. Paint me a word picture.
I'm dancing dragon.
I am just going to go ahead and like charge at this dragon, and then do the little knee slide thing, the axe.
Ooh, yeah,
Go
like
right
right
there.
underneath.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
and you just you just cut straight down the abdomen, as you are just bathed in glorious blood, and it falls down. It was just finishing a little disco pose, and it's got its one finger pointed up in the air as it falls forward, with a big splat. All right.
And I'm gonna use my extra attack.
Oh, right. I forgot. Yes. Sorry.
I
sorry.
can extra attack a different target, right?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Right,
I'm sorry.
alright. I'm gonna drop my longbow and I'm gonna shoot at the other one that's dancing.
All right. Well, this one's not doing anything, but
Oh yeah, you're right. This one
Oh
was just
my
this...
gosh. Well, you didn't have advantage, but listen, dude, you get a second kill.
Dang.
Odin brings it
Look at
home.
that.
Yeah, in one swoop he slides under and just ravages the belly of this dragon and quickly flips around and let loose an arrow that goes like straight through the eye, and it goes deep inwards, and this bottom dragon sort of spasms a little bit before also collapsing into the ground. Man, that was a cool sequence of events. Congratulations, guys. I'm gonna be honest, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
The armored ghosts were like harder than this encounter.
Dude,
and we were hut scumming.
It's true.
Yeah, that was also bullshit.
Well, I mean, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Because it does take like what, 10 minutes to set up, I think, or 1 minute.
I think 10 minutes.
I guess 10. Yeah.
But it's not at all feasible to do unless you know something's happening. So, which, if you took the time to prep, like that's fine.
If we didn't
I
have
can't do
such a
anything
large
against that.
party that had such like a broad diversity of what we can do, we'd be so fucked. Because if they actually hit us, they hit really fucking hard.
Yeah, I like legit like I think Flinty was like MVP because she just hard CC and the crabs.
yeah.
Like Flinty and the crabs, like all that CC going around, it was insane.
Yeah.
So I need to really I
No
need to-
nerfs.
Nerf the crabs.
No, I don't think it's about nerfing the crabs. I think it's just about as I learned how to like meet you at your power level with the encounters you have. But no, good job. That was good.
I think
Okay,
I
well,
wasn't
yeah.
expecting to see 3 of them either, just because I think we were only told that there was the one, weren't we? We weren't told that there was like more than one.
Well, technically speaking, actually, I'll let you think about that.
Okay.
I think I think
Can
I
I-
would have known that there was at least the 2, right? Because you guys made the perception, noticed there's something in the water, and then we seen the other dragon fly in. So then that'd be like it didn't come out of the water, right? So
Right.
Can I make a... What's like...
The barrier on the door dissipates, by the way.
Nice.
real quick, I would like to chop off the heads of the 2 that I slain and throw it in my backpack.
Yeah, I don't really think you could just casually throw it. Like, it'll definitely be a carry thing.
I will carry them into my backpack.
Yeah, oh, that works. Oh, yeah, bathroom break. Yeah, actually, why don't we all just take, like, a break real quick?
Can I investigate if these dragons are like younger or older?
Keep that in mind after the break.
Hold on a sec, I'll be back. I guess I kind of made up for the whole like missing like literally 7 shots in consecutive order.
Oh man.
Really close. One turn.
That was crazy.
I have to say, you really redeemed yourself, Odin, from your rug stealing days.
Why, thank you.
Maybe you deserve your cut this time.
See, the funny thing is that he still has that rug in his backpack.
I sure do.
It's still peeking out, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. You have +6 to your attacks. It is. Oh, well, anyways. Jarius, you had a the Age of the Dragon. That's gonna be a nature check with disadvantage.
Of course.
Yes, because the poison has clouded your thoughts. Yeah. You can really only focus on how sick you feel right now.
Man, this dragon kind of looks like a dragon.
Very good.
Would I know?
Wait, has that got 4 legs?
What?
Yeah, it's got the I think Danger put the image in the B&B chat.
It's got 4 legs.
Yeah, it's got 4 legs. It's got the weird impossible 3-hip thing that people are like, that's not possible.
I'm pretty sure all dragons in D&D have 4 legs. I cannot think of one that doesn't, except like the turtle dragon. Like
The wyverns have 2 legs. Is that the difference? Remember Midnight? Like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still have that graph somewhere.
I think it's pinned in general still.
It might very
From,
well
like,
be.
2 years ago.
Let me double check.
All the different things.
Wait.
I do have a picture of a wyvern. I have this picture. This is also from the compendium, which I guess you guys could actually look up if you wanted to.
Oh, it's not.
Oh
no. It's in here somewhere.
Oh, there's a message from Bilbo Baggins 30.
Yes, there is. There's also that.
Bilbo! We got GS for Bilbo, remember?
Yep, that's true.
Oh, dragons have 4 legs and wyverns have 2 legs. Whether their hands or their wings.
They're like bats. Wyverns are like the bat versions of dragons.
They're like bats. Holy shit!
I guess. Well, in terms of like wing structure.
I think if you ask one of them, they would find that offensive.
I don't know. What if they identify as a bat?
Damn, you're right. This is so
Did you ever
2021.
just assume that? Yeah.
Wyverns
Gosh.
So
are
we're
pretty cool.
landing on these are definitely dragons.
You guys know that much. Yeah, these are definitely dragons.
All right, cool. I just
I
want
wouldn't
to. I just want to
do an
label
entire
my
quest where
dragon
it's like,
heads
no, you killed the wrong
appropriately.
dragons. Why don't you kill the other dragons?
I think this debate is dragging on a little too long.
I give that a 10 out of 10. I don't care what you guys say.
Did you give it a scale of 10 out of 10?
I like that one.
I'm just happy to know that Koi laughs at her joke way more than I thought. Way more. I thought she was pumping them up and just being chill about it, but no, she's losing it every time. She just cuts her mic like the second the joke.
Gotta laugh at your
I don't know. I thought her pun was on fire.
She's like, how is it on the scale of 1 to
fire?
I never said his Wheelie was smart. He has a -1 intelligence.
I gotta claw my way out of this one.
Oh, it's never ending, is it?
It's even worse for her. That's the thing.
No, I'm just winging it.
Man, just keep feeding into it. Soul hurts.
Yeah, but you're a dad. Shouldn't you be like enjoying this or something?
No, it still fucking physically hurts me.
He's the one who should make the jokes.
It hurts hearing them because I've said them all.
I don't know what you mean. It's quality material, man. It's my favorite.
I dislike puns to a large degree.
I love puns. Puns are the best. They're my favorite jokes.
Well, I mean, my sense of humor is pretty dumb anyways, so...
Who left?
Someone left.
Someone couldn't take the
No.
jokes anymore. He had to rest for a while.
It was Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he told me. Like, I can't deal with this anymore. It's too funny. I gotta go.
What? Why
I'll
did
be
he
back
leave
when
the
he's-
channel then?
No, he'll be back when he feels better. It was just too good, too funny. Actually, I don't know where he went. I'm gonna ask him.
Oh, I was gonna say, is he
Oh,
okay?
he's back. Yeah, he's back.
Back.
You dissed us.
No, he's back. He's here.
Oh, really? A worm is...
Hello?
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you're back, Hello.
Okay.
I guess the worm
What's
makes
up, Ryan?
sense.
Where'd you fly off to?
No, so I got a new mic today, and it's been really... It hasn't been working, so I'm trying it out again.
It sounds good.
You sound better
It's,
now.
it's a lot better.
Okay, yeah,
You
because it
sound
wasn't
the
working
same.
earlier.
You sound the same for
So-
me.
I was using
No,
my earbuds.
don't listen to Danger. He's lying.
Okay.
Nah, he sounds the same to me, but I think it's because I know him better. So I think that's why. I gotta identify slight variation.
So then shouldn't he sound different if you know his real voice better?
You know what?
Fake friend. Interesting. Oh, okay.
Oh, Danger left you.
I got salted.
Gotta go.
I think everyone's back, right?
Yes, everyone's back.
I want to loot these dragons.
Okay.
Flinty fly around
Yeah,
Is there
Flinty
like
can totally fly around.
and make perception checks to see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. All right, you loot these dragons. They were not carrying gold or anything. They're dragons. So.
Yeah, all
I'm
dragons.
gonna take one of its teeth.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
a scale.
totally. That works for me. Flinty, you with a perception of 10.
You see shit.
Then you don't see anything new that you have not already seen.
Does Flinty know about those, the depth sides? I don't remember.
I do not remember. Well, if you don't remember as the player, then Flinty definitely does not.
I think Eragon and Ganondorf told everyone at the end of whatever last time we were all
You
here.
did.
The hole? About the hole?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you told us that there is a hole there.
Should
I
we
mean, it's
go?
up. Well, first, let's try and get the things that we need here first before we're going into the hole. So,
I would like to look around this inside building thing.
Oh, yes. Totally. Okay, so,
Same.
you push
Same.
open the doors, and there is a pretty stark difference between the inside of this building versus every other building you've seen. So first things first, there is a fat pile of loot by this coffin at the end. But unlike everything else, which seems like super pristine and well taken care of, the interior of this is super dusty. There's a bunch of cobwebs. The water is still glowing. It's still got that, magic purification properties to it. But everything else looks dilapidated. There's a lot of cracks in the wood. Some of them are just completely splintered. And so there's this little staircase that leads up to basically where this coffin is sitting. Just right there.
How much loot's here?
Well, let me go ahead and consult my notes.
Can I also check to see if there are traps?
You may roll a perception check.
I will also roll a perception check. With disadvantage, anyways.
Wheelie, you should go drink the water. It might cure
You
your
do
poison.
not see any traps. Isarya.
I don't know, I feel kind of fresh.
Flinty wants to float into this room.
Yeah.
Without touching the ground.
Totally, like Iron Man style.
Yeah.
Well, looks safe to me.
Seems okay, but I haven't touched the floor.
I'm just gonna fall a little behind.
No, totally. Nothing strange happens as you walk across, even close to this coffin. But as you get closer, you do feel some sort of like ominous presence, if anything.
Can I make an Arcana check?
On what?
This thing. The coffin.
Can I start shoveling loot into my bag?
Yeah, so in the loot, so in terms of just raw gold, there is 1,000, and then you find a couple of consumables. You find 3 different arcane scrolls. One of them is for Lesser Confusion, another one is for Scorching Ray, another one is for Misdirection. And you also find 2 potions. You find a potion of Levitate and a potion of... Well, I already said it. But they're labeled. We'll just go with that. I should have made you identify them. That's my own fault. Potion of Levitate and a potion of Remove Paralysis.
You mean crystal beads?
Yeah, there's one.
Yes, it's mine. I take it.
Okay. Flinty really quickly hovers, like just flies over to this singular crystal bead and snatches it.
Is there any steel?
There's a bunch of like assorted like goblets and stuff, and like other like candelabras.
I freaking take them and then leave the room.
Okay, you just leave the room. You got what you came for.
Flinty also got her crystal bead. Princessly.
What do each of the scrolls do? Or levitate.
So there's 3 arcane scrolls. There's a scroll of Lesser Confusion. There's a scroll of Scorching Ray. There is a scroll of Misdirection. And then there's 2 potions. A potion of Levitate and a potion of Remove Paralysis.
I'll take the potion of levitate. Can I take the misdirection?
Yeah. I mean, I gave you the loot table, so it's up to you guys.
I'll take the rest of it. No one else wants it.
Okay. I can just put them in the chat, and then you guys can figure it out. But
I'm not taking anything else. I'm just taking the gold.
Yeah, because I forgot.
Yeah.
Can I go up and put my hand on the coffin?
you absolutely may. Weeby flies on in and is like, I've seen this in my shows. This is the part where, like, the Dark Lord rises out and then, like, enslaves you?
Sweet.
But it's okay. With the power of friendship, we'll overcome it.
Weeby, this isn't an isekai.
I mean, I was basically brought into this world by dying. So, I don't know what
Me
you're on
too.
about.
Me too.
See? Anime is real.
When the
I don't know
heck?
what you say about it, Wheelie.
When the heck did you die?
I told you about this already in my past life.
No.
I was the Presenson of a dark nation.
I don't believe that.
Well, I pity you. You must live a very sad life.
I mean, I don't really feel sad.
Anyways, Ganondorf touches the coffin, and as soon as you lay hands on it, the rune below shines, and the top of it starts to rumble. The dust is scattered, and Weeby's head shoots towards it, and is like, "Oh my god, you actually touched it."
Can I prepare to, like, if something pops out or something happens, just to be enraged?
Yeah, that works. It's
Okay.
really slow. It's like sort of just like variously, like very dramatically, like the cup kind of lifts off and then very slowly slides over, and lands. It actually like just cracks the floorboard, because of how old everything is. And there's a lot of dust that's covering your eyes, getting into your lungs. You're all coughing. And out from it rises an orc.
Oh shit! Hi.
Who yawns, and she's just like, has it been 200 years already? And she looks around, and she stares at you guys, and she's like, wait, who the hell are you guys?
Do you have any wheels and seals? Well, actually, you do have. You did have steel, so. But did you have any wheels?
Hold on. What are you doing here? And she grabs the staff that's been in her coffin, and she stands up, and sort of just levitates off the ground.
She's just floating there?
She's just floating there.
Take her
She's looking at
staff.
you guys.
Take the fucking staff, yo, okay?
Take her staff away.
I'll just tell her that we killed the dragons that were here and the barrier dropped down, so we came in to see what was in here, what was being protected.
Now say that.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I'm gonna do this every single time.
I didn't mean to say that. I keep doing that. Damn it. All right. Yes, I say that. I say what I just said. Yes, that's what I said. Yes, that's okay.
You're ruining my immersion.
Ruining my immersion. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna tell her. I'm not gonna. Damn it.
No,
Say
I
it
don't want
again.
you to.
Yes.
I want you to just do it. You're ruining my immersion, man.
We
Come on, you
killed
can
the
do it, man.
dragons that are outside of here. When we killed the dragons, the barrier that was on this building that you're in fell down. So we came in to investigate what was going on, what was in here. And when I touched your coffin,
You
woke
killed
up.
the dragons, you say?
Not me personally, but yes, we.
I'm gonna
we,
wave
as in
my
all
hand
of
in the
us,
background.
Killed the dragons. It was a team effort.
She looks around and she's like, what year is it?
That's a great question.
That's a really good question.
You guys know what year
DM.
it is. But just...
2021.
2021.
Yeah, sure, let's
It's
just go
the
with
year
modern.
that is.
Yeah, it is the year 2021.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. And quick as a flash, she actually just like straight up vanishes. And she's gone. So if you're in the room, go ahead and make a perception check.
I guess it's not with advantage, but
That's fine.
Well, I had disadvantage, so.
right.
Okay. Well, Ganondorf, she has just cast Time Stop. And it's the end of it, basically.
I don't know what that is. As Ganondorf.
Well, I think with that check you do.
Okay.
So.
So she rolled. You said so that was the end of it.
It's like
Yeah,
Flinty's
like
metronome.
yes, she cast time stop and basically she did her own thing within stopped time, and then you're at the end of that time stop
Oh, I
spell.
see. I
Yes.
guess I'd like to check my own inventory and like see if she took anything from me. But
Yeah, that works. She did not take anything from your inventory. She didn't take anything from you guys, actually.
okay, so there's nothing seems to be missing. She didn't disappear or something. That's good.
Well, she did disappear, as far as you guys are concerned.
With
Okay.
our staff.
Okay.
Well, it was nice meeting her.
Yeah, I guess bye.
Wait, meeting who?
Oh, we met like this 200-year-old orc.
She did the thing, like, in Naruto?
Yeah. Yeah, she
The
did the thing.
taijutsu?
Yes, she did the taijutsu.
And her name?
No.
What?
What?
Wow, such manners.
She's kind of disappeared.
I am a little worried, though, because that's not... She wasn't normal. You guys saw that, right?
Yeah, because she's very, very old. And, could just disappear.
Was she Steely clan?
I don't know.
Was she extra horny?
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
alright.
that's me, but we can save that discussion for a different time.
Just want to make sure. So
bad.
Listen,
Well-
this orc is down to clown. Am I right?
Well, no, I meant like physically,
Fellas?
like horns, you know, because like
I mean, I am physically horny, but like,
ancient orc things, you know.
yes.
That's their thing, right?
Like ancient
They're
horny.
like really
like,
old and horny.
for a long time.
Yeah,
is their
yeah.
thing.
200 years.
200 years of horniness.
Okay.
Very
They
nice.
also have a lot of horns,
Yeah.
on top of their very impressive sex drive.
I thought those were tusks.
Well, I mean, we all have those, except for me, I guess, apparently, according to this drawing, but...
I'm going to first get like the golden armor that we left behind the room, and also like get ready and stormy. So
The golden armor?
it's like the ornate armor, not golden armor.
Oh, that stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Is the portal still up?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. You guys step through the portal and go ahead and move about. Do what you want. It's your time.
I wanted to stay over here.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Maybe we should go in the holes.
We can go there later. Let's get like everything we need. What we can get first from here. After all, we killed 3 dragons. I think it's well deserved we get anything we can get from here.
I want to take a nap.
Hey Ganondorf, do you think we can fish better here?
Yeah, this looks like a nice fishing hole. I was thinking the same thing. The ambient lighting will really draw the fish to the top.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know.
You guys have been gone for like a while.
We've only been gone for like almost a day.
That's how fishing trips work.
I thought... Wait, so you weren't here to kill the dragons?
Can confirm. My father said he was going on a fishing trip. I haven't seen him since.
Seen him since, yeah.
That's the exact same thing. That's the exact same thing my dad said.
That's what all fathers do. They all go fishing eventually.
And then he said something about like, I can't deal with your weeb shit. And then that was like the last thing he said to me. And it made me
So
really
bad.
sad because he gave me this name. So I don't know what he was thinking.
So that being said, can I bust? I'm going to bust out my fishing tackle. Yes.
Yes.
which has 2 fishing poles and some string and a couple nice little lures.
Yeah, totally. You've duplicated fishing poles somehow.
Yes. Yep.
He snapped his in half.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just like reran the line.
Well,
It's
there's
alright.
trees all around here, and we all have ropes, so
I.
it's an improvised fishing rod.
All right. Yeah, sure.
It's a simple weapon, okay? What did we decide fishing was?
Fishing was I roll a d20 to see the kind of catch you get, and then
Yeah.
basically the larger the d20 is, the bigger the fish, but the harder it will be.
Alright.
So there's 2 of you fishing.
Yes.
So let's just go ahead and roll twice. Alright. Who cast the line first? I should have asked this, but oh well.
Me.
Yeah, Eternal got
Alright.
it.
Yeah, a very sizable koi fish is very curious about your little hook and is doing those little nibbles, and then it just, at the right moment, it just goes.
I pull my rod up.
Yes, strength, please.
Flat strength?
Strength check.
Athletics check?
This
strength?
is just strength. This is just strength.
So does that ring of cool shit still...
No?
The ring of cool shit?
One of our sweet flips.
You're not doing anything dexterous.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, it gives me to... It's just athletics, though. I'm hooked on that for some reason. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, this one is hard fought. And the size of this fish, by the way, it's like 5 feet long. So that's like what?
It's a big fucking fish.
It's like 1.4 meters. I'm not very good with my conversions.
Maths.
But yeah, it is a struggle, and you're just going for it. But after a long hot battle, and a long hard battle, I could have chosen
Much
better
better words.
adjectives than those.
You said what you said, man. It's all good.
I said what I said, and you reel it up, and you display this huge koi fish.
Nice.
Yes.
I don't have...
Inside of your bubble, Flinty, you can feel koi fish is like very rapidly just swimming around. Something is distressing.
Should I put it back?
I don't know. It's up to you, man.
Does koi fish... Oh, I can use speak with animals.
You can, yes.
Yeah, why don't you speak with koi fish?
I have that.
Who are you speaking with?
The koi
Which
fish
koi
in that koi has, or that
All right.
Flinty has. Should I put this fish back in the water, or should I just keep it out?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna put it back in the water. I'm gonna drop the fish in the water.
The thing's scary, man. It's killing my
Okay,
brain.
the fish is back in the water.
Mom, you can't turn off speak with animals, man. It just lasts for 10 minutes, Mom.
This is terrible.
It's killing my brain.
I put him away.
Ganondorf, go give him a hug.
I'm not gonna hug the fish. It's in a little bubble.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch
Go
me.
hug the bubble.
You're a monster.
You're a monster. Oh god.
God, that's good.
That's really good. I like that. I need to do that more
You
often.
like it? What is wrong with you people? I'm just a little fish swimming, and my mom is like, she let me with up there, and I was playing with all my friends, and I think that guy's name was Barry, and he was cool, but now he just got like a hole in his. I mean, how would you feel, huh? You just like get stabbed in the mouth. It's not cool, man.
I'll take a
I can't
health
even
potion.
leave this bubble.
I'll dump the health potion in the water. 'Cause that's how D&D works.
All right. Barry actually very frantically goes to the spot and just like inhales the health potion.
Cool.
And you see there was like some blood that was just staining the water. It was immediately going away because of the purification qualities. But you see the blood sort of stop trickling out, and it's like, I appreciate that, but I'm not gonna forget what you did. You're messed up, you know that.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
So I'm just like with Stormy already, and I'm just gonna say, hey, Stormy already. We killed the 3 dragons, and we discovered like this ancient orc with extra horns.
Oh,
But
where is she?
she kind of like disappeared. But that's not important. Let's get the
Let her
treasure.
go?
I didn't mean to. She just kind of disappeared. In front of my eyes.
Really? Okay, listen. We're not the smartest orcs, but do you have any idea what that means?
No. That should be fine.
You know, I don't actually really know what it means, but it is most certainly not going to be fine.
Well, that can't be a good thing. Well,
we should probably check in on Brasilia, like, now.
Sure. Let me get the things I want from here first, and then we can get back here.
Dude, but...
I need to inform my friends and get the treasures as well.
Your family could be dying!
I trust my mother.
You got messed up priorities, bro. But seeing as we can't really head back, I guess we'll just sit here and be grumpy.
I'm gonna pick up the ornate armors, and then
Okay. It's very heavy.
that should be fine.
I have my I'm doing the fishing thingy.
Oh
And,
yeah. You roll strength.
I'm just gonna look at Ganondorf talking to fishes. I don't understand what's going on, and I'm just be like, did you just throw that health potion in the pond?
Yeah, I wouldn't fish
Fuck this, I'm
hole.
out, and I'm just gonna chuck the fishing pole in and
No,
leave.
Throw it into the
Don't
water?
throw it in the water.
Yep, and I'm leaving.
Oh,
like
too late for that.
I give up on
Nice.
this. Just done.
I was gonna
Fishing's
say you
fine.
had a like small-sized fish that was interested in yours, but once you chucked it, it swam away.
Yeah, I'm over it. I don't know what the hell just happened with him and the fish, but it's
You guys want
Good.
meat? There's dragons right here for butchering.
that's a good idea actually.
He's gonna walk over.
Can
I think.
I make 3 more dragon rugs?
It's gonna take a while for you to skin these.
I got nothing but time.
I literally cannot reiterate this enough. You don't really have time here.
Flinty's gonna just reach in and cut out the heart of one of these dragons.
Oh, that works.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut off the head of the one of these
I think
dragons.
Odin
as well.
already did that.
Okay, never mind. We're carrying all these heads then.
I did 2 of them.
Okay.
So one of them is probably still got a head, probably maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
I think somebody may have forged some teeth off of it though.
Just one.
Just one tooth is missing off the other one.
It's a singular.
Basically brand new.
I'm going to tell like the entire group. So apparently the orc that was here might be a bad person.
Nope, not Mike. She was the one that put us under control, man.
You didn't tell.
And you almost killed us.
You didn't tell me that.
You came here and it was like, no, I want to loot some treasure, and then we were like, you just let like an ancient evil loose into this world and then did nothing about it.
Well, I just think that it'd be better if we get more prepared to fight this ancient evil. And also, I kind of want to get Steel back. So,
Wait, she's evil?
Yeah, apparently she's evil. She like possessed Stormy already. I think we should once we get everything here, let's head out through that hole and then head back to Brasilia instantly.
Whatever
What
we
makes
do,
her evil?
we should make it quick.
She
know what?
possessed those two orcs and they attacked us because of her, apparently.
Do we know how long it'll take for this evil orc lady to get back to Brasilia?
I don't know, man.
I think we should take a long rest. Just saying.
Okay.
Hey, Flinty, you want to pop that tent?
We just
we just slept like 10 minutes ago.
but we just fought 3 dragons.
I mean, I don't know about you.
How
But,
about you guys want to?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not missing any health, and I have like most of my
I
spells.
can just cast something to heal everybody if it comes down to that. Like, how many people are injured? And by how much? Oh, you guys are healthy. Like, you guys are fine.
Oh, my spell slot.
Ganondorf cries.
But my spell
I'm
slots.
slightly damaged, but I will be okay.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to rest, just carve yourself into a dragon and sleep in there. I heard it's very nice.
Can I? Do I have to take a short rest to use one of my hit dice to recover?
It's an hour though.
It will take an hour, but yes, you
No.
can. I'm not stopping you.
Alright, I'll heal you for 20 gold.
That's too expensive.
We can take a short rest because Plenty can.
Nah, I can't just heal him. That's fine. I'll heal him
For
twice.
short rest.
Oh, there we go.
Song of rest.
I never use my level 1 slots anyway.
Song
So you
of
heal for
rest.
7, then you heal for... Oh wait, it doesn't work? The fuck?
What?
Oh, I
So
did
many
it. Okay.
heals coming at me right now.
Yeah,
I
I got
like
the
it.
worst roll possible, but you healed for 7 plus 6. There we go.
13.
Probably full health. Maybe.
No.
Yeah, 7 plus 6.
No, he'll
No,
be
no,
at
no.
51.
And then Flinty's is.
That's if you take a long rest. Or a short rest, sorry.
Oh my god, how many people
so I
need
have to
healing?
take a short rest. I'm gonna not consent to Flinty's Song of Rest.
You start playing him a little ditty and is like, actually, I changed my mind. I don't want to listen to your music.
Actually, please don't. Okay, so yeah,
All
I'm,
right,
I'm at 51. I'm in a good spot right now. I guess if we're all good, then we can go through this chasm over here.
Odin needs healing too, right?
I could definitely use a heal.
Sure. Oops. Alright, Odin heals for 8.
Gus rope. Okay. What are people doing?
I'm gonna go to the hole carrying the stuff and then just wait for the other people to come.
You are like 100% over encumbered.
Does
Which is
anyone?
fine. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I'm already at disadvantage, so it should be fine.
Wait, have you tried drinking the water, Wheelie?
Why would I drink the water?
Might make you feel better.
It's magic water.
Okay. I'm gonna jump in the water.
Okay. You just jump in the water.
Yes.
Well,
Open your mouth.
the outside of your body feels real nice.
Oh my god, every time
Open your mouth.
Okay, I'm
Swallow.
worried.
I will drink it.
Okay, you drink it, and a wave of relief courses through your body as you feel this poison being purged from your system.
Wow, we should have thought of this a long time ago.
But I was already. I went into water before when I was poisoned.
I don't think
But you
you
didn't-
drink it though. You just
Got
went in it,
him.
and then you were sad.
Alright, so I guess we all have to jump in the water, right, to go down into this hole.
I mean, you don't have to all jump.
Cannonball!
All right, you're just
Yeah,
going
we're
through,
jumping
huh?
in the water.
All right. Where is my thing? Here it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Weeby, Stormy, Ready, and everyone else to get in and follow us into the hole.
What? I kind of wanted to take them back.
It'll probably be safer if we go through here.
I guess I don't have any spell slots, but what's on the other side? Actually, so scroll all the. I mean, you don't have to really see it, but scroll all the way out. If you look at the bottom, actually, I think I shift ping. I can. There you go. It leads here.
Damn it, I can't do it.
Oh, cool.
Were you trying to kick people in?
I was trying to kick Odin in again.
Okay, yeah, Odin, you're looking over this hole and you see yet again a very familiar sensation on your butt.
I'm just gonna look over.
It's gonna jump in before he does.
Yeah, but it leads down here. There's a small alcove with a rather ornate stone chest inside.
I will open it.
Okay.
With what? Your fist?
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Never mind then.
But you open this chest, and inside, you see, like a lot of feathers. It's just like a lot of feathers.
Is it?
Surprise!
Man, that can't be it.
So
yeah, and then a naked man pops out, and it's like, surprise! It's me.
I stab him.
I'm Jordan. Oh!
I lockpick him.
Can we reach into it?
Yeah, totally. You reach in and you grab a feather, but you actually realize they're all sort of connected to each other. And as you pull this out, it ends up unfurling into a cloak that has just been like completely covered in feathers. On the front, there is a skull of some kind of bird. And I am pasting the picture right now.
Oh, is it cool? Ooh, it is really cool. Some kind of bird that's a vulture.
I guess I will make an Arcana check on it.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Is it magic item?
You know enough to know that it is magical.
Hey, Ganondorf, that cloak is magical. You should check it before you get cursed again.
Shit. Who's the rolling stuff? Ooh, Flinty.
I want to check the history of this magic item.
Yes. Okay, very good. So you are thinking back to... Tell me where Flinty got her knowledge of magic items.
From the Rock Gnome Academy of... yeah.
The Rock Gnome Academy. There's just the one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Rock Gnome Academy of Ya. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Was it like an elective? What was like? Were you taking
It's elementary knowledge for elementary rock gnome children history lesson.
Okay. So in terms of the history of this item, so you sort of think back to some long forgotten war general who was known in the battlefield to sort of like ambush his enemies. I guess not in a way like a vulture would, because vultures are more scavengers than actual like attackers. But he would really just like appear like from the air and striking and his methods were brutal, but he was very efficient. You do recall that he did have like some sort of like weird ritual where he would like eat his defeated enemies.
Huh. I'm also into that as I pull out my dragon heart and start munching on it.
So I heard Wheelie say it's magical, and then just see
You just hear Flinty
start
say,
eating
"Huh,
that
I'm also
heart.
into that." Yeah, she just says, "I'm
Okay.
into that," and then starts eating a
Yeah.
heart.
And
Yeah, it's like a vulture cave. Like vultures like to consume their victims. So, you know.
does anyone want to wear the cape, or do they want to try it on or anything?
I just don't know what it does. If it's a cape,
I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat people.
I'll put it on.
Your dead bodies.
makes
Aragon
sense for
wants it.
Eragon, I guess.
I'll
Eragon
puts it
fits
on?
Eragon.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
I'll
Okay.
drape it over Aragon then.
Wait, so every time he transforms, he's gonna have like a little cape on it, whatever animal? That's pretty cool, though. He can be like a rhinoceros, or...
Eragon,
A rhino with a feather cape.
Yeah.
you feel the
Wait.
What?
Hold on.
He's got to get ready. He's got to get
Are you
ready.
Are you changing your mind?
Yes, here we go.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes. This cape drapes around you, and you feel it morph to fit your physique. And you're like showing it off. You're like, guys, look at me. I'm amazing. And then you are struck by
Oh no!
no, not you're not smitten. You're not like it's not like something smites you.
Oh, okay.
You are your mind reels. And your vision starts going blurry, but you remain standing. But everybody else, you sort of see Eragon just like experience like what looks to be like this pounding headache. And after the headache subsides, you really, really don't want to take this cloak off. Like, you never want to take it off, man. And also, you see Flinty just, like, munching on this dragon heart, and you're like, that looks really, really tasty. Like, maybe an insatiable form of tasty.
Hey, Flinty, can I have some?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Here.
Thank you.
Pretty good, huh? Kind of gamey.
You just devour it. It is not dignified at all. Like, you just, like, rip and tear into this thing. Like, it's the first meal you've had after, like, a full week of fasting. And it's just gone. You look at your blood-stained hands, and you start licking your hands with the blood on it. It's like savoring every single piece of this. And I guess everybody's just watching him devour this heart.
You know, there is still more dragon meat if you want some. So
Yeah, there's 2 more. Cheers.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm
Do
gonna
you also
add
like
something
blood of
to
your
your
enemy?
bio.
I'm a glutton now, basically.
It's a very big wall of text, so read at your leisure. But yeah.
Rip. Can't read it.
Yeah, you can't read it. You
it's
guys
a
don't have to
lot.
worry about it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's for Eragon to worry about, and then the less you guys know, the better it'll be for the roleplay. So
True. Alright, then is there anything else that we need to explore here before we head back?
Wait, head back where? That's...
gotta go back
Brazili.
to Brazili.
You know, to the town that's probably going to be attacked by this ancient orc that you've released and absolutely have no concern about.
We just need to get prepared.
Shouldn't we like have a plan before just going back though? Because I feel like
Maybe we should plan on the road.
Yeah, all we have to do.
We
all we
stay
have
here.
I mean, every single time we plan on the road, we get attacked and I burn stuff.
All we
Don't
have to
you like-
do is follow the forest fire back, and then we get back to Brazili. Remember?
I'm not sure there's anything left of that forest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the forest is gone.
I'm sure it's sizable enough for us to get back to Brazili.
So what's the plan? Are
We walk.
walking,
So
or-
I think that we should all gather together and hold hands and use my teleportation
kumbaya.
scroll back. Remember that teleportation scroll that I stole and I said I'd have a more opportune time to use? I think
oh my
this
gosh,
counts.
dude, that was so long ago. I do remember that.
That was on the
You
bridge.
were thinking about using it to get the
That
tree.
was on
yeah.
the bridge, yeah.
Wait, you can teleport all of us at the same time?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gave
he's
it
like
to transport itself back. And
And he sat down and kept drinking.
You could
Just
teleport like
reformed.
12. You could like teleport 12 people, I think.
Let me check real
I'm
quick.
gonna need to rely on Josie for that.
Yeah.
I remember
Yes.
I remember there's a limit. I don't remember what the limit is, but I'm pretty sure we were able to take our party.
Up to 8.
Ooh.
Up to 8.
Not everyone.
Weeby
man.
says, honestly, no, that's fine. Just, you guys should probably go.
Just
Yeah.
take Stormy and Riddy back to Brazili anyhow.
You can count on me, friend.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's leave.
I'm putting Sebastian back in his Pokeball so he can go with us.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Can you put like everyone in the Pokeball or something?
Stick Weeby
I
in
know
the Pokeball.
Creature.
Yeah, the Pokeballs are limited to one creature in it, if I remember right.
Yes, it is.
But what about the amulet that you got from Alicia from Armorel?
All right, hear me out. You stick Sebastian in a bag, and then you put Weeby in a Pokeball. Boom.
I don't know how that changes things. That's the same thing.
It's like one less thing, right?
Well, we do have.
No, because Sebastian still counts as a creature.
But we have the
Isn't the
bag that Josie and I, or Wheelie and I have.
yeah, the one that like goes between worlds or
You
whatever?
can't really
the
fit a
heck?
person in there. Well, I guess you could
He's
fit
not
a crab
person.
in there.
He's a crab.
But it's a giant crab.
He is a giant crab.
Okay. Can I use my scrying
Alright.
ball?
You already used. Wait. No, that was before the rest. What are you using your scrying ball for?
To
Any
ask,
question?
to ask the DM if there's a way that we can all get back.
I thought it was a yes or no question.
That says once per day I can roll a d20 and ask the DM to answer any question.
Isn't it a yes or no question?
I don't know. It seems
No,
like
it
you might want to
doesn't.
do some research.
It doesn't say it has
Like
to be a
Eternal
yes or
might be
no.
trying to, do the thing.
I'm
that
pretty sure the
Eternal-
last time you used it, I specifically said you can ask a yes or no
I
question.
remember him saying something like that.
I don't remember that.
I could use
That
my
smile says
remember-
otherwise.
We can. Okay, I can use. Ooh,
I bet you.
Can
I
I-
bet you won't. I bet you won't use your scrying ball to ask the DM if he's having a good day today.
oh, he's having a good day today. I can tell. I can use my amulet, my amulet of drunkenness, right?
Actually, hold
Is
on.
that your question?
No, I'm using my amulet of drunkenness and I'm looking at it.
Okay, you pull out the amulet of drunkenness, and it points southwest of where you are.
Is it like steady or is it kind of like wavering?
It's like, it's wavering, but like not that much, just
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
I could, actually, instead of how we get busy on trying to get all of us to fit into a teleportation scroll, let's have it so that the 8 of us go back and I use my portal gun once it recharges on Brazili. And yeah.
Can you shoot your
Five-
gun that far?
5,000
I-
IQ.
Is there a range on that gun yet?
This portal gun has to be nerfed because that's ridiculous.
No range on the portal gun!
Quick, before Josie makes a rule. Quick,
And I
quick.
think you've already expended all the uses on it, so it
Yes,
doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
Once we like rest back, I will use it.
8.
Okay, hold on. Josie. I'm gonna
So I guess
DM you this.
Sebastian can go in the Pokeball, and then Weebly can go in the Remembrance necklace, amulet, or whatever it was.
What about us?
And then we go by the transportation school.
I can leave them my
No,
camel.
but like the armless and legless people,
Yeah,
the ones you've
I can-
disarmed.
I can throw them on my camel.
You can walk.
You can wait here as I recharge my portal.
You're really gonna let the crippled people walk?
I never suggested that.
That's like a potato sack race.
The three-legged race.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes it any better.
It makes it more entertaining.
We can just say, listen, somebody should really escort them back.
1, 2, 3, nose goes.
Well, I mean, it can just be me.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Weeby
Volunteer.
gets to do the babysitting thing.
All right, that works.
All right, let's go.
I'm sure it would be faster if you like stayed here as like I recharge my portal wand. So
Weeby can fly and she can make other people fly.
she also used all her spell slots. So
Your portal absolutely cannot reach that far. That's too strong. That's insane.
you did not specify that.
Well, I'm specifying it now before it recharges.
Dude, hot patches suck.
Too late. It's can't.
Hot badge is so.
This absolutely cannot be true.
Hot patches nerf the game.
It's too strong.
The original portal gun went to the moon.
It did.
Sorry, that was a
It's not
spoiler.
the original portal gun.
I'm sorry if I spoiled that for you.
No, I think it's like 8, like 10. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's not
spoilers
super-
on a game that's so
Yeah,
old.
it's beyond spoiler date.
Okay, it turns out I apparently cannot use my portal gun
God
in
told me I
Brazil.
can't.
God.
Let's just teleport back there. Let's go.
So it's 8 people, right?
While we're talking.
Yeah, it's up to 8 other people.
All right.
Oh, so it's
I'm
9.
using this teleportation
9
scroll,
total
so if
then.
you want to ride,
Group up.
group up.
We're putting
Oh,
Sebastian
boy.
back in the Pokeball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sebastian's back in his Pokeball.
So he doesn't count then, right?
Alright, I'll group up. I'll group
No.
up. I like the idea.
This
People are
is the
probably gonna
problem
go
with giving
close
you
to,
guys like 17,000 magic items because you're just gonna break the game. Oh man, the DM spent like all this effort making this interesting challenge. Let's just teleport over it because I forgot I gave you that.
Yeah.
I knew I stole it for a reason.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There needs to be a patch. I'm writing that down. There's gotta be a hot fix on the
Alright,
portal
alright.
gun
You know what?
because this
I'm
thing's
excited to
just-
find out what's gonna happen. I'm gonna exit the party. I'm gonna walk my way back.
You're gonna walk all the way back.
One step at a fucking time.
No. You can teleport back. That's fine. I was just thinking of other whatever. I gave it. This is what I gave it to you. I gave this. You have this portal scroll, so.
We're just not using it when you wanted us to. That's
Well, I don't
fair.
have a desire for when you want to. I
Yeah,
gave
when
you
did
like.
you want us to use it? I guess.
No. There wasn't any specific point. I think I just gave you like a bunch, and then it was just like, now you got these. That's how
Wait,
it
is
is.
this
It's
our
just.
whole party.
I'm pretty sure you have 8. So I think somebody's overlapping. I think Isarya is standing on top of somebody. But the portal gun just needs a hotfix because it absolutely cannot have infinite range and infinite uses. Like that's too much. It can't, and it can't have infinite duration. Okay. Let me get Brazili set up for you guys.
Man, the gods really spiked me today, huh?
It's too strong.
Well, it was not my fault that I got it from Costco, so...
Oh my gosh. It was just one of those things... I just, didn't think about the implications in a game where you can actually, see the map. Because, the stuff where it came from was just, it was all audio medium. And now that there's an actual map, it's just, I guess I can't make, puzzles that involve cliffs or anything anymore. Okay. Jeez.
I mean, you could still try, so...
I can try. It's like, I was gonna shoot portal gun.
How did that go? That was almost better than the first one.
I like that one better.
Where are you teleporting to, Odin? I know Brazili, but where in Brazili?
I want to teleport to shit, sorry guys, I don't remember much of Brazili. So we're teleporting right outside the space center in the water. That's all I remember.
Go ahead and just go ahead and roll intelligence. Where is my oh, here it is.
Oh, this isn't gonna be great. It wasn't great.
Yeah, you guys teleport, and you're like, wow, it's the rocket. Well, I guess it's not the rocket, because the previous one was launched. They're starting construction on a new one. And then you realize you're, 30 feet above the water. And then you all just individually come crashing down into the water. And you're all wet. I hope you can all swim. Wheelie, though, you are carrying all this heavy armor, and you start to sink.
I got this. I can make it back.
I'll reach down and grab Wheelie.
I'm gonna roll an athletics check.
Okay,
I'll help him swim back. I'll assist him with his athletics check.
You each roll athletics.
6 is not bad.
Well, you don't have disadvantage anymore.
Well, I'm over encumbered, don't I?
Yeah, that's true, but I was gonna make it roll a flat athletics. Okay. You start sinking, but Ganondorf pulls up alongside you and just grabs some, random metal pieces and just very calmly sort of just swims over to the docks with the metal, and you are less proficient in carrying heavy things while swimming, but you do make it back. But you are going to be coughing up a little bit of salt water.
Can I get the ferryman to ferry me across?
Yeah, the guy's standing in, there's a security guard just oh, where the hell did you guys come from?
And I'm just oh, hey, good to see you again. Can we get back to the mainland?
Yeah, you're... alright. And he speaks into, a walkie-talkie, and you hear a little motorboat putter its way across. And ferry the rest of you guys back to shore. Soaking wet. It is nighttime, so it is a little cold. The ferryman gives you a little nod.
First things first, I'm gonna give one of the ornate armor to Pog for back then.
Okay. Pog, you see Wheelie walk up to you and just dump wet armor at your feet. It's like, here you go.
Cool. Can we do a perception check to see if there's a old horny orc destroying the city yet?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Should we nickname her the horny one?
Horny Steely.
She's we don't know if she's like a Steely, so.
Well, Odin, given by the lack of screaming and destruction, we don't see any of that stuff going on in any case.
Looks like we beat her.
All right.
Here. Beat her here. Didn't beat her yet.
All right, then we should go inform Lady Steely about what happened and get prepared for her to attack at any time, I guess.
That is a great idea. Finger guns.
Where can we learn more about this weird, horny, old orc?
Don't know. I'm apparently shit at history, so.
Is there a history, Steely?
We need to prepare for the attack, right? Is there like fortification or something in the town that we can use?
So there is just a wall, but they don't have many defenses.
Oh yeah, they don't have steel. Duh. Okay, I forgot about
Well, I mean, they do. It's just like fighting is not really a thing they focus on. They really care more about their own advancement and technology and stuff. They will defend themselves when provoked, but it's not like they don't have like a fully staffed like army that's being trained, right? They have Weeby, who's just sort of carrying everything because she's got her magical powers.
So we should probably evacuate the town before the attack if they're not really good at defending themselves.
I mean,
you guys.
I mean that's why we're heading to Lady. So.
Yeah.
All right. Is anybody doing anything before going into the castle?
So with what Paul
I need to buy
learned
material
at the
for-
temple, would we recognize if that person was either of the statues? Those
You
little
would,
thick
and she's not. She's not.
Okay. Mats for fireballs.
Yeah, I gotta go buy mats for fireball. So I'll just go to a
Fire.
merchant and say everything is well. Do not worry, everything's gonna be fine. Buy mats, and they say, oh, by the way, leave town. Everything's gonna be destroyed, or something like that.
Yeah,
All right, make a
hold on,
persuasion
okay.
check.
Persuasion check. I think I have advantage on perception checks.
Man, I never realized that fireball has a material component.
Yes, it has a material component.
A
You need
tiny
some.
ball of bat guano and sulfur.
Well,
That's so
it's not
interesting.
that easy to find, unless you have like a bat farm or something.
I mean, you could probably just.
Eragon summoned a horde of bats.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, just go to Baddie Steely.
Oh my. Okay, is there a guy actually called Batty
On it.
Steely?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just like
man.
trying to make this up.
No, you do know, and there is one now.
I'm definitely going to Batty Steely, and I'm gonna ask him.
He actually just popped into existence. Okay, he's like
Oh, he's
in
a vampire.
front.
Okay.
Well, no, he's not a vampire. He was just birthed by Wheely's imagination because this is actually secretly the melancholy of Haruzi Suzumiya or whatever the heck that anime is called. No, there's like a little cave. There's a bat farm. I don't really know if bat caves stink, but there's definitely bat poop.
Yeah, because bats poop everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it stinks though. I would imagine they'd like to keep their cave clean, but I don't know how
Right.
bats
I'm
work.
gonna take
Whoa.
2 handfuls.
Hello, Batty Steely.
Just
Any-
no protection. You're just like
Yep.
Scoop
Yep.
it up.
Scoop
Why
it
wouldn't
up.
you?
It all
And
just lands
Batty's
on
like,
it lands on
Batty's
the
like,
floor.
oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's
So we would just be
that's
like
the
walking all over it. So I guess the bats themselves are clean, but
that is the direction that poop goes. Yes.
well, yeah,
Is that where COVID comes from?
yeah.
That was one of the theories. I don't think it was ever validated that it
They
came
made
from
it in
that
a
vector.
lab.
I mean, guano is also useful to like grow a bunch of shit, but
Yes.
I'm not interested in that right now.
There's a lot of different COVID origins. I read like a super dense paper on it, and it pretty much just came down to we don't actually like know definitively where it came from, but here are some theories. It was just like a bunch of statistical. I mean, it wasn't garbage. It was science, but I just don't like reading numbers. But and he's Batty Steely was like standing there. He's got his like little bat hat on, I guess. I don't know. And he actually was like, got his overalls on. He's got his little gloves. I was holding a shovel, and he's like, "Okay, I was going to clean that, but I guess if you just
How much for a large mayo-sized jar
well,
of bat guano?
Mayo
no,
size?
you
Okay, I
you
was
can
thinking bigger.
you can just
Okay,
take
yeah.
it. That's
I
man,
want to be a pyromaniac too, so.
Outlanders are really weird.
So I guess me and Isarya are gonna go with shovels and pick up some poop.
If you want to do it, go for it. And he just like hands you 2 shovels.
Oh, do you have some sulfur, by the way? Or do you know a place in town where you could find some sulfur?
I mean,
She has some sulfur, and then she farts in your direction.
Is that how gnomes seduce people? What is this?
I'm gonna just make the DM choice. Gnomes do not fart solid sulfur.
What?
No, of course not. It's like a sulfur, some sulfide. I don't know whatever gas.
Sulfur
compounds.
gas, like instead of like the primary component of gnome fart is sulfur gas instead of methane. That's gotta reek every time you fart.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a fart.
But like compared to like human farts,
Because if
that's gotta
Flinty
be,
is
like, way
pooping
worse.
and farting sulfur, I'm following her everywhere. I'm gonna collect those farts and cast a long fireball.
Gonna put 'em in a
Cursed game
jar.
of D&D to ever exist.
Well, I need them for my fireballs. I don't care where it comes from. I'll do whatever.
You need the solid material sulfur.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like I'm gonna stop here. Actually. Sometimes
Can you make
farts.
Can you make a fireball from like releasing
does
the
not-
fart out of the?
Does not contain enough.
Oh, kind of like how you
no.
light a flame and then you fart on
Okay,
it.
fine. I was hoping I could hold like one bat poop and one human poop in my other hands and cast fireball. But
Buy
it just never
sulfur
happened.
from the alchemist.
All right. We're gonna go to
Please.
the alchemist and get some sulfur. Holy. Who is
could've-
it? Is it sulfury Steely?
No, it's Alchemy Steely or
Alchemy
Weedy
Steely.
Weedy Steely.
Okay, we're gonna go to Alchemy Steely and buy some sulfur.
What is wrong with this, you guys?
There's a spell component price on the drive, but I can find sulfur for
I
you.
really feel like I need to go to Weedy Steely right now.
If you get an alchemy kit, can you harness farts into raw sulfur?
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I mean,
don't know
if
how
you had a
alchemy works.
philosopher's stone, maybe, but not with just like a basic alchemy kit. With an alchemy kit, you could like brew your own potions.
It says you can get more sulfuric gas by eating like sulfuric foods like broccoli. So you can ask Mealy to make those foods.
I mean, I guess you made that request.
We're gonna harness the power of farts.
Right. So let's say I buy 50 sulfur.
So sulfur is it on the sheet?
It should be. It's usually cheap, but
Yeah, it'll definitely be cheap, whatever it is. I just can't find it.
I can Google it. I'm sure it's not like a special thing to our campaign.
Yeah,
Right?
it's definitely not.
D&D 5e sulfur price. It says that it's 3.5 gold piece for a decent chunk wrapped in yeah.
Okay, then yeah, 2
I'll check another source to make sure I'm not screwing you.
Decent chunk.
Yeah, like wrapped in paper, like a fist size chunk wrapped in paper. I'm gonna check another website to make sure I'm not screwing you.
No, totally. I mean, I think the spell doesn't require like a chunk. It just requires sulfur. Period.
Yeah,
which I
it's
don't
not
even
like a
know
large quantity, so you could use it
Yeah.
more than once, but I'm not sure how many times. So yeah, but
We
let's
can just
continue
say
with
that-
the continue with
Yeah,
the temple. I'll look for like an actual price, because me and Isarya are probably gonna buy a buttload of those.
Mm-hmm.
and then snort it instead of using it for fireballs. Just do lines of sulfur. That can't
Yeah,
be
so what
hungry.
happens? What happens to your fart if you're sniffing sulfur?
We're still talking about what happens if we eat broccoli.
All right, but while you guys are meandering around the shop, everybody going in to report the sitch to the chieftain?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're back, and Leedy is sitting cross-legged. She's actually filling out some paperwork at the moment. And she sees you guys walk in, and she puts down her little pen, actually, and she's like, I only have like one voice for orcs, and it's just like generic raspy, so I guess we're just gonna run with it. Oh, you guys are back, and I see you've brought 2 dragon heads, so that's all right. Job well done. Well, here is your payment as agreed, and she hands over a large bag containing 7,500, as was agreed upon.
Quick math, go. Yes, thank you.
So about this alliance thing you guys were talking about.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, unless more dragons show up, but I don't know if we should really plan for that contingency because that's just beyond the realms of cautiousness. We will, of course, do some more production on firearms and see if we can at least, educate the common orc on proper firearm safety and usage. Don't want to have any more accidents, wheelie. But I mean, sorry, that was rude of me to call you out like that.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, I just need to settle some minor complaints. But come tomorrow, I should be all ready to start these discussions with Kars.
So while we were killing these 3 dragons, we saw Reddy and Stormy there. We rescued them, and right now, they're walking back with Weeby right now. Back to Brazili. The reason we teleported here is because we came to warn you that there's this 200-year-old horny orc necromancer who I was told from Stormy, Reddy, and Weeby is evil and was the one who possessed Reddy and Stormy.
Okay. She was going back to her business, and she's just she just stopped and she's like, okay, back up. Ready, and so they were possessed, and okay, well then, is she coming here?
I don't know. She just kind of disappeared in front of our eyes.
That's...
I mean, Stormy already said that she will, so...
Well... I'll see if I... Okay. It's really hard if we don't know that she's coming. And I don't want to make everybody just leave, because that's a logistical nightmare. We'll keep an eye out.
Why is she dangerous?
What'd
she do?
Don't know who this person is that you're talking about.
She's a 200-year-old necromancer who, I don't know, had dragons or something? I don't know.
I literally have no idea who this person is.
Is there a history, Steely?
Yes, there actually is. You'll probably want to go in when
A
he's
history,
actually
Steely?
operating. But right now, most people are closed up. Nighttime and all that.
One of my siblings is really Steely, so I guess you could ask her if she has any information That
I
she
thought
might
she
have
was
read
gone
them.
on her studies.
I'm sure we can still talk to her if she's back in town.
You guys are sleepy, Steely?
I think he's like long dead.
He sells the best mattresses.
Oh,
Oh,
there
wait,
we
he's
go.
dead? Okay, never mind.
Well,
Wait,
took
he's
a
not dead?
turn.
I thought you were talking about a different Sleepy Steely.
Wait, Sleepy Steely is still alive?
Yes.
Well, now the word sleepy makes sense.
Do you... I know this is not my, like, culture. I mean, it kind of is, but, like, not my native one. Do you guys rename dead people? Is that a thing you guys do?
Sometimes we rename them Daddy Steely 1, Daddy Steely 2, Daddy Steely 3, Daddy Steely 4, Daddy Steely 5.
Seems highly inefficient.
Don't worry, we
Lock it.
have a footnote that shows the real name on the steel grave stone. So,
What number are you guys at now?
Daddy Steely, I lost count.
That's literally what it says on the gravestone.
Yeah. I mean, you could talk to Graveyard and Steely about it. So.
Okay.
I thought his
I'll
name
give
was
him a
gonna be
visit.
very Steely, but
Very
yeah. Graveyardy Steely is good too. Or
Any
Morgy.
food in here? I'm starving.
I mean, there can be. I can go up and, like, make something real quick.
Please.
If you guys want, like, a little meal or whatever.
We'd love that. Right, guys?
I mean, my mom could like cook for you guys.
We say yes.
So.
I won't complain.
Wait, Eragon, you just ate like an entire dragon heart.
Your point.
Alright.
Okay.
You're gonna burst.
Can you make burgers?
If
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
about
we
to
can do
burst,
that.
I'll just transform into something with a bigger stomach.
Oh, wow, that's a nice
I guess that's how that
feature.
works.
Yeah, it could be a blue whale.
Alright, she's gonna move you guys upstairs. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, so you guys walk up the stairs and just sort of walk around. And in this sort of like weird pseudo dining room, basically, there's like a little, not stove. I guess it is a stove. There's like a little stovetop in the center. It's like one of those things where like the entire table is the cooktop, and then the edges is like the table. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a Benihana's?
I don't
Yes,
know.
yes is the answer to that question.
But sure, whatever that is.
Just like Benihana's.
But the center.
We should go to a Benihana's.
It's like a flat top. You know, it's a flat top, not grill. I don't know what those griddle. I don't know what those things are called. And then the edges are wooden. And it's there's just sort of stuff. And Leedy just sort of walks over to one of the storage and just pulls out a bunch of stuff. Bunch of different meats, vegetables, and mushrooms, just like really roughly chopped up, and just sort of places them into their individual bowls with some sauces. And she leans underneath and just cranks a knob and oils up the center of this table. There is also someone else here who looks very different from all the other orcs in this town. She, in contrast, is wearing very tribal looking, very tribal getup, like a lot of bones. Actually, her headdress is just like a big bone, and there's like a lot of feathers and a lot of dangly things. Like very, primitive looking is not the right word. Just tribal, right? And she, this entire time, was just like sort of sitting cross-legged, on a little mat, with her eyes closed. Across her lap is like a little staff, and the top end of it is a dream catcher sort of thing. There's a bunch of little tufts of like puffs that are coming, like red little decorations coming off of it, and this sort of string that winds around the top that very occasionally ebbs with magical energy. And as you walk in and get situated, she breaks her meditation and she stares directly at you, Ganondorf, and she smiles very warmly.
At me?
Yes, at you.
Okay.
And she's just
looking at
watching
me?
you, like, sit down. Yep.
Okay. Duly noted.
Okay. Yeah, you guys sit together and you enjoy this meal. So go ahead and take a short rest. You're putting your little accoutrements on this hot griddle, searing it up to your liking. And Eragon, this entire time is just like very dissatisfying. I mean, I think you know. So
This is not it. Is there anything else that you have? Like,
I mean, is there anything you want in particular? Like, we got fruit. You want fruit?
You have a dragon?
I mean, we got those heads.
what kind of
I don't
meats
know
do you
what-
have?
I mean, what do you want? We got, like, beef. I'm pretty sure I have some chicken cutlets somewhere in here.
I have some of everything.
Okay. And she just, like, begins putting it on the griddle.
No. Just give it to me here.
It's not really considered safe to eat raw chicken.
Did I ask for your opinion?
All right. And she just hands you a bowl of raw chicken, man.
Just gonna eat it up.
All right. Yep.
Yep.
You watch as this guy just goes down on Salmonella Town.
You know, Radiant's told something about how the orc is like 200 years old and is probably a necromancer, right?
I mean, I'll just have to take your word for it.
So guys, maybe we can talk with like the Raven Queen. Maybe if she knows anything about it. She did say something about like she has like a hit list against people who are cheating death, so
You guys can do that?
I point at Odin's forehead.
I like how you turn on your mic just to to point at yourself.
Habit. Tap my head.
Okay, you're doing it now?
Let's do it.
Shoot, man. All right, let's do it.
Right on the Benihana.
You tap your head and a little dial-up tone calls up, and it's like, "You have reached the Raven Queen. Please hold."
Koi, we can't hear you.
Koi, I'm missing out on it.
Huh?
Your mic wasn't picking it up.
No, let me fix it. I have to turn off
Push to
I think it's the like the echo something. It's like one of the weird noise cancellation things.
It's still not
no,
working.
it's one of those weird noise cancellation things. It's either auto gain.
Echo cancellation,
It's
noise reduction.
I think it's echo cancellation. There we go. Yeah. You call.
Okay.
You rang. And a projection opens up from your forehead, and there she is. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's fine. And Leedy's like, what? You guys are nuts. What is this? What is this technology? This is wild. And she like pokes at it, and she's like, the Raven Queen has her back turned, and she turns around over her shoulder, and he's like, Odin. Oh, it's good to see you again. What's up, my man?
I was doing this thing, trying to get like drinks on the house, party tricks and stuff.
Okay, no, that's fair. I would ask you to not use this line for such things. It's pretty busy as it is. Well, if that's all, then I guess I'll just hang up.
Well, I mean, actually, there's this thing you could actually maybe use your help with. There's like this 200-year-old orc. I'm pretty sure she should be dead or something. Like, do you happen to know? Do you happen to know anything about this horny orc lady?
That is a way to describe it.
Just curious. Asking
no,
for
actually.
a friend. I don't know.
Give me a moment. And she does like a little like iPad zoom out motion with her hand as another screen sort of pops up beneath that palm, and she's scrolling through a list, and she's just going, all right, let's see here. Okay. You said you said that she had a lot of horns.
Yeah, and old, and an orc even.
Yes, that is actually, I am actually very glad you brought this up. Well, I will have to correct you. She's a little bit older than 200 years. And by a little bit, I mean quite a bit.
I mean, who's counting,
Yeah, I mean, after 300, all the years sort of just meld together. I'm sure you understand. But, yes, she was there during the fall of the ancient elf civilization. And so I think it's pretty safe to say she should not be alive right now. Yeah, her name is Inge. If you could apprehend her and catch her, which actually means the exact same thing as apprehend, so that was kind of redundant. That would be much appreciated, and we can discuss a potential bounty later.
Spell that name. Okay.
Is there like additional information we need to know about her?
Yeah, like
she
capture.
She is quite a powerful archmage.
Does she have to be like dead or alive?
Well, dead, yes, physically.
Okay, all right.
If you could somehow arrange that.
I mean, I know that, she must have tricked you guys into not being dead, but do you happen to have any information on how we might make her dead, perhaps?
Usually stabbing them repeatedly does the trick.
I mean, usually old age does the trick too, but,
That's fair. This is always the interesting thing about how all of these people have been cheating death. And I haven't really set up a division to discern what's going on or why that's happening. But our track record says that if you hit things hard enough, even if they don't grow old, they tend to die.
What kind of business are you running here?
I mean, normally it's it's not a business. It's just an obligation to make sure that we maintain balance amongst all of the planes of existence. I'm not turning a profit here.
Yeah, but we're trying to make a profit here. So I know you said after we catch her, we can talk about the price.
Not after, but by after I mean maybe after the DM takes a nice sleep and thinks about the implications of this bounty. But before you catch her, but after this time point.
Okay, fair enough.
But I will say she is quite powerful. Just straight up because I think you guys are cool. You are definitely not ready to take her on at the moment.
Fuck.
So how hard of a bonkin does she need?
A very
nice
good
one.
bonking.
A very good
She's
bonking.
deprived for 200 years.
She is at least twice as powerful as you guys are right now.
Like all together at the same time?
Well, okay.
Twice as powerful as all of us?
I guess if you do that, I guess technically. Well, actually, the more I think about it, I guess if you all fought her at the exact same time, you'd be on equal footing. But just her.
How powerful is she compared to, like, Armil?
Compared to Armil?
You know that loser?
Yes, much more. Much more than him.
So are we supposed to like hang up this call and then like call you back tomorrow to discuss
you could send me a text over Discord or
Okay,
something, man.
alright.
I don't know.
All right, Raiden.
International
I'll
calls are
send you a
expensive.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll be waiting. Here's my
Those data
frequency.
plans aren't quite what they used to be.
Well, it's actually included in our benefits here, so it's quite nice.
That's nice.
Also, we're not really attached to any carrier because we are in the underworld, but you know how it is with magical communications and
Yeah,
So-
yeah, for sure.
You're your own carrier then.
I guess I am, and the cell phones are the people. I don't know what a cell phone is, but you are one of those, Odin. Amongst many.
I am a cell phone. Yes.
Basically.
How do you guys not know what a phone is?
You guys don't have phones?
Not
What
down
are phones?
here. I don't know what a phone is. Man,
Let
it's
me
getting
show
really hard
you.
to keep track of
Now
all
I
these
click my
independent
face
candidates.
twice.
Okay, yeah. And it hangs up.
There, that's a phone. There we go. Magic.
You know.
Well, I guess she needs a really good bonkin. We might get some money for it, and she's real old, which we knew.
You gonna attack us?
Well, Reddy and Stormy said, and Weeby said that she'll attack us, so...
Why?
I don't know, I don't know, she's old. And, actually, I don't really have much of an information besides the fact that Reddy and Stormy got possessed by her, so...
Why attack such nice Steelies? Must find out somewhere.
Well, it might have been because we're not the most, intelligent.
What? Attacking stupid people?
The last thing that happens is this shaman-looking orc walks up to you, Ganondorf, after you're done your meal, and she whispers in your ear, "You should swing by tomorrow. Not for salacious reasons. I know it sounds like that, but it's not that. I'm either very sorry or you're very relieved. I don't really know. You do you. But,
Okay. I can stop by and bonk later.
I feel like the spirits tell me that you are thinking about something.
Yeah, I can stop by later. Tomorrow.
Okay. And then she exits and goes up the stairs. Yeah, Ganondorf's gonna get bonked and boned tomorrow.
That's what they're calling it nowadays.
That's yeah, the spirits called you to me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The
Okay, yeah.
bonking
With
spirits.
that, I think we're gonna end tonight.
Lady Steely,
Very-
Lady Steely, who was that shaman, by the way?
That's Healy Steely. You don't know her?
I never met her in person.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, no, she's kind of different. She's not really into the whole technology thing. But I respect it. I think we need people who understand the magical and spiritual components of life. And she does a lot for this town.
I just want to make a car.
What's a car? Okay.